9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. It's Prov. Yeah. Read my mind, baby, can you see the times? I want you to be my wife, baby, please don't waste my time. I got too much work to do, I just wanna be sure of you. We ain't got no perfect views, but what works for me would work for you. Tell me, would you work for me? Serve God like you serving me. Yes, I'll lead you with certainty, provide for you eternally. To protect you, I'll get out and cock that grip. Bullets take off like a rocket ship, need you passengers out of my cockpit. Rising above this nonsense, we ain't got no sense of time. Lose yourself inside of mine, introspective, well collected. Girl, I could be your prized possession.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing on this Monday evening? Yeah, this Monday evening. What's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to the Strawhat Podcast. Welcome in, and yes, we are on YouTube. We're not on Twitch. I made an executive decision. Instead of splitting the audience, bring them together and try to grow on one platform instead of trying to split through like three. I probably still will stream on Instagram, but at least for now, I'm going to try to condense it all. There's a lot of people on Twitch, and a lot of people on YouTube, and the chats, there's a lot. So we're all going to be here on YouTube together. And yeah. Oh, also, make sure you hit the like button too. Thank you. Bodney Boy Sai already said it. Hit the like button. Yes, make sure you hit the like button. I got to get used to saying that because there's no like button on Twitch. So this is new. But either way, man, appreciate you guys jumping in. This is the Strawhat Podcast every single Monday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are here. And again, it's going to be on YouTube. So if you don't already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel because we'll be here on YouTube every single Monday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Today, we are going to be reviewing chapter 1166. It's going to be great, man. I don't know what to expect. I'm excited, but we're going to be reviewing chapter 1166. So yeah, it's going to be good. Let me see what's going on to everybody that is here in the stream. What's going on to everybody on Instagram as well. I see you guys all rolling in too. What's up? Good to see y'all. My boy Za in the building. He says we here. What's going on, Za? Bodney Boy Sai. What's up? Everyone came to your platform. You've been one of the consistent people over on YouTube. Well, we're here. We're here with you now. Strawberry in the building. She says this song gets me every time. What's going on, Strawberry? Good to see you. Yo to Superfly God on Instagram. Julie FG says hello. Hello to you, my friend. Hello to you. Captain Nika in the building says, yoy. What's going on, Nika? How are you, good sir? How are you? Slevin says, am I tripping? We not on Twitch? You're not. You're not on Twitch, but you're not tripping. You're here. You are here. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Strawberry says, I think it would be so dope if we each had a clip as our favorite characters to this song. Oh, the song at the beginning? Yeah, I could. Yeah, I need to remember who all of y'all's favorites are. I know yours is obviously Robin, but I need to go back and remember who all y'all's favorites are. But I could put something together. That'd be easy. It'd be super easy. Bonnie Boy Sai says, oh, the chat about to be live. It is. Fuji. What's going on, Fuji? Said we not on Twitch this week. No, we are not. Not this week. Bonnie Boy Sai says hit the like. Yes, make sure if you're here, hit the like button. Nigga says that'd be cool. P.S. I waited for the hip hop one. I'm ratchet like that. I could dig it. M1A2. Oh, this has to be Marquise. I see it. Marquise says, yo, what's going on, Marquise? How are you? Strawberry said hit the subscribe button too. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. For sure, hit the subscribe button. She said, absolutely. Robin forever. For sure. For sure. So at the top of the stream, man, we gotta do something. I saw a video this week, and my homies that are on the pod, they already know what we're gonna talk about. So I saw a video this week that would be great to put into our very, very one of my favorite parts of the stream. So we're gonna run it back again because why not? And my favorite segment is what you guys might remember is called Is Bro On to Something? Or is Bro on something? We're gonna find out today. I am going to pull up the video that he made because Nami's name was invoked, and I really feel like I have to talk about it because Nami's name was brought up. You know, that's my favorite character, and that's our navigator, right? So we got to stand 10 toes down behind our navigator, and she was brought up in a semi-slanderous post. But again, this is my homie, no disrespect to him, but we got to talk about it, and I want to discuss it amongst you guys to find out if bro was on to something or if bro was simply just on something. So I'm gonna pull up the video and we could all watch it together. To my Instagram people, I don't know how this is gonna look when I send it over because y'all are on a different format. The easiest way to watch the stream is literally just to come to YouTube. If you want to watch it, just come over to YouTube and you can watch it there. But that's my disclaimer before we get into this. All right, let me pull the video up and we can watch it together in its entirety. And then I have a lot of different things that I have to do. So here we go. Oh, hold on one sec. Here we go. Okay, cool. All right. And you guys should be able to hear this. Let me cut the music. Hopefully this doesn't echo. 1 second. Let me pause the music.
You lucky Luffy love you, because imagine.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. There we go.
That's something you'll get a lot of hate for if you say it out loud.
I do not like Nami. And I used to think that this was just, me holding on to that pent up anger from when I was a kid and I first saw Nami betray the Straw Hats. That really, it sat in my heart for a minute, but it's not even that, to be honest. In reality, it's this right here. This is what bothers me so much when stuff like this happens. Like, seriously, why are you always doing this? Why is this happening so often? Why is it always you? And it's supposed to be comic relief. I think it's not funny to me. And it just happens so often. I mean, look, it happens so often. And it's crazy that no one ever really says anything about it. And the truth is, Luffy really be stalling her out, because the one time he did hit Nami, it was this, and she immediately started, getting on him immediately just for, the light taps. But Nami, you keep thinking it's sweet. You end up like this. I swear, you keep thinking it's sweet. You lucky Luffy love you. You lucky Luffy love you, because imagine if it was the other way around. Imagine if Luffy always hit Nami. The internet would go crazy, would it not? Would it not?
Okay. I'm gonna start out by saying this. I have a couple of clips that I want to show you guys just to provide more context about this take. Again, no disrespect to my homie. He's my dog. We're not gonna sit here and slander him because he is a good dude. But I want to talk about the take. Okay. This, as we all know, is a gag. There's a lot of gags in One Piece. Sanji has his pervy gag. Luffy has his dumb gag, which in some ways is not a gag. We have Zoro who gets lost. That's his gag. Usopp is a liar. That's his gag. In some ways isn't a gag. Nami has her gag of hitting the crew. Okay. And I don't even have to get too deep with explaining why that's significant or why that even matters in the show. But I just want to roll a couple clips that I actually have pulled so that we can kind of get the full context for this, because I'm gonna go somewhere. So I'm gonna pull up 5 different clips so that we can kind of discuss this and see if, see the full context for this. This is the first clip.
忍者とは和の国の武人のことか。ユティア、何か知っているのか。
Which of course, in this clip, you can see there are multiple Straw Hats beating up. Because my biggest issue with it, everything that he said, fine, you can have your take, but let's be factual, right? I have got plenty of clips of multiple strats, not always Nami. Okay, remember, it's a gag. But regardless, it's not always Nami, so let's not focus in on Nami. Right here, I have a clip just showing you casually, this is how the crew gets down. Brook, Usopp, Nami, all hitting Luffy. Remember this moment in Zoe. Okay, you guys got it. Cool. All right, let me move on to the next clip so that we can keep this thing going, because I think you guys understand that clip. Here's another clip. No. Hold on. I'm gonna show this one last. To drive the point home, I'm gonna show that one last. Let's see. We can show this one. Why not? Let's show this one. Is that a foot on his face? Well, we do know Sanji did kick him, being serious before. But again, in the gag moments, Sanji kicks Luffy in the face. Okay, you guys get the point with that. Okay, let's keep going. Because again, it's Nami. Why is it always Nami? Okay, let's keep it going because it's always Nami. It's just exclusively Nami, right? Doesn't make sense. Oh, wait a minute. Again, my bad. It's not just Nami. We see again that Usopp is joining in punching Luffy too. Okay, hold on. I'm almost done showing you the clips, and then I can give you the full context. We remember this. This is Skypiea. Wait a minute. Sanji beat his captain up again. Oh my God. What are we doing? Like, this is not okay. This is unacceptable. Right? But I just want to show you this last point just to really drive it home that this is a gag. Okay? Let me show you this last point. This last video just to drive it home. Because if you guys weren't convinced yet, here's the last clip that I want to show you just to drive it home. Watch what I'm doing.
喧嘩するのは仕方ないけどね。そうなんだ。相手が誰だろうと。なんで。全部私。
So we see them get hit with a lightning blast, which, if we think back to Skypiea, okay, Luffy's immune to rubber, right? We know this. She hit him with a lightning blast. You can see the lightning still on their body, but they're on the ground, beat up, bruised, and out of commission. This should drive it home right here that the whole thing is a gag. Luffy is immune to lightning. We know this. We saw it. Obviously, rubber, lightning. What are we talking about? And I just want to, here's my issue, right? But again, Nami's my favorite character in One Piece. I'm going to go to town defending Nami whenever I get the chance to. It's a gag. Nami's gags are very different, right? She doesn't actually get the crew into negative situations necessarily from her gag, but I can tell you a lot of other situations where the gag actually affected like the main canon. Maybe we could start with Sanji. He basically was out of commission for Fishman Island because of his pervy gag. That's something that you could probably be upset about. Like, that makes sense. Like, his gag bled into the canon and caused an issue. How about Luffy's gag? Luffy's gag being just a dumb person, which we all think it's funny, obviously. He's a dumb person. The whole main reason why the Mary was out of commission in Water 7 is because they slammed into the water coming down from Skypiea. Why did it happen, you might ask? Well, he was being dumb with the octopus and caused them to, instead of safely falling into the water. They crash into the water. That affected the main canon of the show. I can go on and on and on. Nami is a between arcs little momentary gag. Like, that's what kills me about like the take. And of course, the main take, the first part of the take that he said, right, is that Nami, he was upset with Nami for betraying the crew, which there was no betrayal. You can't betray a crew you're not a part of. She was already in a pirate crew. Remember, pirates, like she exploited the gag that Luffy has. That's another issue. Luffy's gag and a flaw in his character in some ways, it's good in others, but a flaw that can be exploited for Luffy is that he's not that smart. You can win over Luffy very easily. And she won him over very easily in Orange Town. Yeah, I'm cool with you. Yeah, we good. We gang for real. But at the Baratie, I'm out. I'm taking that shit because like I'm really in this for myself. That's not betrayal. She's not even a part of the crew. She's in another pirate crew already, right? So again, that is kind of where I have the issue. And no, it's not a bias for my girl Nami. It's not a bias, but I just want to set the record straight and kind of straighten up the take. And if we need to know his big contention point, I want to show you the hitting Nami on the back, right? Again, still a gag, but it's okay. I have the video queued up for you just to show you. So we can finish that and I'll finish the point and then we'll get into the chapter. Okay. I just want to finish this point real quick because I have the video queued up. Why not show you guys? We're going to watch this video and then we'll get back into the chapter and I'll finish driving my point home. This is the clip that he was talking about where Luffy had like hit Nami, right? Mind you, Luffy's really not taking pain from physical attacks because of his fruit. We know this, right? That's like One Piece 101. So he's really not feeling the pain of getting beat up by Nami. Like it's, again, a gag. But anyway, if y'all don't get that yet, I hope you get the point as a gag. Let me show you what happened to Nami.
道は間違えてはいない。このまま進め。
おいおい、なんだかずらけけど、すげえだろ、うちの航海士はやー。しっかりしてるなんて自覚あるけど。よーわ、次期海賊王の航海士。すげえぞ。バンバン見たいわ。
Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't blame Nami there, bruh. If you're hitting me, and keep it a beam with me, right? Keep it a bug with me, guys. If someone's smacking you on your back, which he had a low cut kind of shirt there, so he's smacking on the skin, you can hear it, bro. The first time and he stopped, she's like, all right, cool, we cooling, right, bro? You go back again and you hit me like that again, we squabbling, period. And she's a girl. Like, y'all, you don't do that. Like, I don't care who you are. We're squabbling. If that happened to me in real life, no. You're going to have to run me my fade because I let it slide the first time, but you took it another step. Anyway, this is my point, and I'm going to end off with this, and then we can get into chapter 1166. The whole point that I'm making to wrap this all up is that this is a gag. There are other gags that characters have that I can understand you being upset with them not liking those characters because their gags bled into the main canon and caused issues for other people. Nami beats up characters for fun. Maybe you don't find it funny, fine, but it's clearly a gag. They get back up and they're fine. Literally, we just watched Nami shock Luffy with lightning. That's not real. We know that's not real. So to say this is just... Y'all get the point? I think I made my point. Either way, I see y'all's comments. Definitely a gag. Botany Boy Sai. Ria's driving their home. Facts. The Straw Hats are a different breed. Exactly. They are. It's a misunderstanding. Exactly. Boys being boys. Facts. This is why Nami's hockey is confirmed. He gets bumps and bruises. Again, if y'all have been watching this stream for any length of time, you already know. Look, Jinbei said it. Jinbei's the one that called it out, right? It's not no like Usopp calling it out or like these low tier fodderized people in the show. Jinbei called it out, and Jinbei said it best. Conqueror? Is that a conqueror? Right? Y'all get it, man. Y'all know where I'm going. Nika said, Ree, it's not a gag. Stop saying that. It's hurting your Nami agenda. Okay, I'll say this. I do think it's a gag, but let me bring it home. I think it's a gag, but I do think the fact that she can bruise him or bump him shows that she has the ability to be a conqueror. But I do think hitting him is still a gag. But I do think there's more to it. That's all I'm saying. I think my Nami agenda is still safe. There's more to it. It's more complex. But the way it's portrayed, in my opinion, is a gag. If that makes sense. Okay, enough with that. I don't know if you guys said it, that bro is on to something or bro's on something. I don't know. But I do know I need to move on because we have a good chapter ahead of us that we need to discuss. And I'm going to pull it up now so we can talk about it. So we are going to get into chapter. Here we go. Botany boy Sai, he's on something. Got you. All right, man. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure this works for Instagram. Nope, not gonna do that. Okay, Instagram, you might not be able to see it that well. I don't think you can because the way it is. But again, you can come over to YouTube and watch it here if you can't really see it. All right, man, let's get into it. This is One Piece chapter 1166. And we got a beautiful color spread. Ironically, Nami is in the front, closest to the camera. It looks like she's happy I just defended her for about 20 minutes. You're welcome, Nami. Either way, let's see. What do we have? So Luffy's hands are burnt. He's holding... Is that a potato? That might be a potato. Oh, it is. Based on a request, Yamato and Otama collecting falling leaves and baking sweet potatoes with tanukis and foxes. Okay. Cool. I like it. I think it's cute that Sanji is showing her he's happy that she baked it and did it right. I like it. And of course, Zoro is just a guy, man. He's the type of guy that's not gonna blow on his food. He's literally that type of guy. It's like, bro, I don't care how hot it is. I don't care if it's gonna burn my freaking tongue. F it, bro. I'm not blowing on this food. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna hit the... You guys know what it is when you got some hot food in your mouth. That's what Zoro is. He's literally not about to blow on that food, bro. When you give it to him, if he's hot, he gonna hit the hot and he gonna eat that mug. That's hey man, that's the world's strongest swordsman, man. Chopper and Usopp in the back. I could dig it. Yamato with the number 15. Cool. And is that a burnt one? I guess that's a burnt sweet potato. Oh, is it getting aged because she's touching it in the back? Oh no, maybe it's just burnt. But she's eating a burnt one. That's kind of crazy. Cool. Okay. That says any port. I don't know if that's supposed to mean something. I guess we'll see. Any port. Okay. All right. Alex says, bro, so you like to blow on it. No. I'm the type of guy that would have cracked it in half and I would have held it up and found the wind and I would have walked around. That's what I would have done. By the way, real quick, I never even showed you. Dog, I had to get the drip. I had to get the drip, bro. I was supposed to show y'all at the beginning of the pod. I had to go out and get the new logo for the podcast, the Strawhat Podcast with the mic. What's up with the drip? I forgot to even show y'all. Oh, we definitely got merch. Come on, man. What are we talking about? The Strawhat Podcast with the new logo. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I meant to show y'all that. The drip is fire. Appreciate it, man. I made the logo on like Saturday night, and I had to like rush to try to get a shirt made because I wanted it for the stream. So appreciate it. All right. Gotta send you. Oh, for sure. I'm gonna send one. That's a for sure. Patrick says the new logo goes hard. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate the flames. Yup. The drip is 5. Yes, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna get the sizes and I'm gonna send them out because I'm not gonna lie, they did a great job. Literally same day screen printing. It's crazy. They did good. Okay, back to the chapter. He said linked for purchase. I don't have no links yet. I don't got no links yet, but eventually I will. I don't got no links for purchase yet, but there will be merch. Trust me, this is just the new logo, so there will definitely be merch coming. All right, man. Let's get into the chat. Okay. We got chapter 11. Ooh, I zoomed in too fast. Chapter 1166. New stories. Yes, it was fast, fully. They definitely was fast. Okay, so we have Rocks, who was defeated, unfortunately. Has the curse worn off? Oh, is that Rock saying that? Well, hold on. Wait a minute. You're supposed to be dead. Okay. Has the curse worn off? Wait, he's supposed to be dead. He really might still be alive. That's crazy. You shouldn't be talking because they were supposed to take you out. Or does this mean like you can beat the curse out of them without killing them? I don't know. Man, let me just read. Okay, so we got Roger and Garp, obviously tired out. Will I leave this island alive? No, he's alive. He is alive. He's literally eyes open, thinking. Wait. What is that? It looks like Saturn's legs. Hold on. What are we talking about? What are we doing? Okay. Nope. Guess not. Roger, Garp, you better run. No reason to stick around and die with me. Okay, so the Holy Knights are pulling up. Oh, right. Forgot to say one thing. I'm glad you stopped me. Oh, Garling, no, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Garling is a hoe. Excuse my language. Oh my God, brother. Nah, Garling a hoe, bro. Garling a hoe. Garling is a hoe. No. So, okay, wait, time out. So, nah, Garling's a hoe. Because this man, right, a couple chapters ago, we watched him, right, get soloed, one-armed, a couple chapters ago, one-armed, right, face split clean in half. If he ain't have that regeneration, then it was up for you, right? So, nah, bro. So you spin back after the work is done, and you like, yeah. It's like when your homie when you guys jump somebody, and the guy that ain't even really help, he just comes up and like kicks him when y'all are done doing the battle. It's like, dog, no way. Nah, Rocks ain't deserve that, bro. Rocks did not. Okay. So wait. So time out. Okay. So he might be dead. I'm about to find out. But this does tell us something interesting, though. It tells us that he said, I told you Garland would get the last laugh weeks ago. Yeah, bro, he's a hoe. Pulled up to God Valley, off rip, murked his baby moms and took the 2 kids. It's like, hey, I just got done delivering these kids. We're going to have a great family. You thought, sweet. Cuts her down. Dead. Out of there. Then comes back with the same sword and ends Rock's life. You a hoe. Nah, I'm not rocking with it. I'm not getting all the credit on the group project, but no, facts spitting. Thank you. Literally, bruh. Oh, God. Another W with Garvin Roger facts. But anyway, this tells us that there is a way to break the Domi Reversi curse. Because he should have, for all intents and purposes, been alive. So where does that leave us when we come back to God Valley? Or not, excuse me, when we go back to Elbaf? It's really got me thinking. Because you don't have to die just because you got the Domi Reversi. Ooh. So maybe we were talking about in the AMJ pod, there are different hacks that the Straw Hats have that they didn't have in God Valley. We got Brook the Soul King. Maybe he can touch souls. We got the guy with the goddamn sun god Nika fruits who could probably help flip and liberate people as well. And Brook, we know there's something to do with music. And Brook has some connection to Gunko, which could probably break the spell that Gunko is under as well, because they have some type of connection musically. They also have God Usopp, man. Maybe he channels some massive hockey boost, like Conqueror's hockey, and turns it over. I don't know. But all I know is it confirms that they can be taken out without dying. I like that a lot. All right. So we got Rayleigh and Scopper. You're worried about your enemy? You guys are my enemies too. What happened to Rocks, Rayleigh? They killed him. Oh. God dang it, man. Hurry. The island's collapsing. Don't let the pirates escape. Roger's ship is on the move. Open fire. Absent from the pages of recorded. Oh, so they did a bust. They just okay, just cannonballs. Okay. So it was just cannonballs. I can dig it. That's how they got rid of God Valley. Okay. All right. Like a curtain falling on a stage, the island crumbled in upon itself and was shrouded in a deep, deep mist. Okay. And yeah, everyone has their ships. Roger's out. Marines. Okay. I could dig it. Let's make our escape. Full speed ahead. This is, let me zoom out. This is a broad account of what happened in the mysterious, obscure God Valley incident. Okay. But after a brief moment of silence, a massive lightning bolt with countless branches split the sky. Oh. Okay. And with that, a number of new stories began. Okay. I do wonder if they're on the same island. I'm not going to lie. Ever since I heard the theory that Blackbeard might not have been sent to Leloucha, like these other people may have, it's really got me thinking. Is it possible he could have got sent to O'Hara? which that's not even my theory. I'm just regurgitating that I've heard this week. I really do wonder. He is supposed to be an archaeologist. If he was real, it would make sense if he had gotten sent to Ohara. Botany Boy Sai said it's funny because Garp looks like Luffy and Roger looks like Ace in bandages. Roger looked like Ace the entire flashback. Oh yeah, no, for sure. He definitely did. Okay. What is this massive lightning bolt? From whom? From whom is the lightning bolt? We still gotta wait? Yes. Not until Roger wakes up. Hurry up, Captain Roger. I want to open those chests. Roger. Sorry to worry you all like that. Ah, good. You're better now. Anyway, check this out. Were you really worried for me or not? We got Shaki out safe and sound, and we made off with all this treasure. Wow, what a haul. Fwa. Hey, that came from inside the chest. There's something in there. Careful when you open it. Oh, I can't wait to see this animated. I cannot wait to see this animated. Captain John. Is that Captain John? I think it's Captain John, yeah. I can't wait to see this animated. Okay. The downfall of the Rocks Pirates. The story, of course, was heavily Wait. We don't get to find out about the hockey blast? Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. This broad account of what happened so they're on the ships. A massive lightning bolt with countless branches split the sky. Who was that? I thought I was about to find out. It's not John. I'm not like that low-key looks like John, but it makes sense because he's not on that crew, so that makes sense. But who is this? Who split the sky? Everyone's running away. Who? I gotta know who split the sky. This is actually crazy, and they didn't tell me. Okay, well, I guess we'll continue. The downfall of the Rocks Pirates. And the story, of course, was heavily sanitized and prominently featured the exploits of Garp the hero. The Rocks Pirates are done for. Rocks is dead. I just knew Vice Admiral Garp was the real strongest man around. Now there's a true hero. Okay. Navy HQ. What is this drivel? Vice Admiral Garp, stop. Bring me this Morgan's guy. He needs to answer for this. There's the moment of the smoker and Garp. There it is. I got you. Oh, stop it, Garp. The government clearly paid him off to write this. He is definitely pissed. The world government and the Navy are both organizations. If you include the militaries of all the member countries, there are tens of millions of soldiers across the world. It's impossible to be completely aware of what every last one of them is doing. So when I notice that the upper management is doing something insane, I can just look the other way. Sengoku. Yeah, I got some slander for Sengoku today. I really do. Because you weren't even there, Sengoku. You weren't even there. Oh, you said I missed the first one? Okay, well, I know we'll talk about it when you come up. Sengoku wasn't even there. Like, don't lecture me about what's going on, which ironically, Akainu in the Kizaru moment, like, yo, Kizaru, you're not, yo, Akainu, you're not here, baby dog. You're not here. I just had to pack up my homies, right, that I grew up with. So you're not about to talk to me like that. You could just come here. You could have came and did it yourself, fam. Sengoku's not here. What are you lecturing me about? Very interesting parallel. Anyway, he says it's impossible to completely be aware of what every last one of them is doing. So when I notice that the upper management is doing something insane, I can just look the other way. Of course you can. Of course you can. That's what I hate about you, Sengoku. Facts. You ladder climbing fool. Shut up. What is barking from the bottom of the cliff going to accomplish? Stop it, you two. If you turn out like them, I'm gonna kill you myself. Well, with friends like you, how can I possibly go wrong? Nah, Sengoku, nah, dog. Nah, dog. Don't tell me you're quitting, Garp. You some kind of idiot. I got plenty to protect down at the bottom of the cliff, as you call it. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Okay, Garp. I when you said it last chapter, I liked it. This is different. I like this even more. Yeah, no, let him know. What is barking from the bottom of the cliff going to accomplish? It's going to accomplish a lot. And y'all aren't actually at the bottom of the cliff, right? Y'all are vice admirals. So you're not actually at the bottom of the cliff. There's actually a lot that you can do in your position. Obviously, we see the influence that Garp has and the stuff he can do right now. And just say, yeah, I'm going to go and get Kobe. I don't really care what you guys think about it. Sue me. The fact that he can do that, yeah, there's a lot that you can do from the bottom of the cliff. Either way, wow, that's crazy. Elbaf. Oh wait, we're backing up. Oh, whew. Oh, I thought we was going back in Elbaf already. Okay, that's next chapter. This is still in the past. Okay, got it. I'm a little nervous. I was gonna see my boy Luffy again. All right, Elbaf. Looks like Loki is upset. You're back again? I'm not taking you with me. How many times do I have to say it, Squirt? You really think I take kids onto my crew? What a mess. Ignored by the guy whose attention I want. And followed around by some annoying snot-nosed brat instead. I think you're Nika, Rox. Huh? Okay. The warrior of liberation. He laughs as he tears down the world. He tears it down. Well, I'm going to be king of the world. If anyone's got that kind of power, it's Harold. The warrior of liberation. He laughs as he tears down the world. Okay, so there is a difference between what got it. No. Okay, no, that's actually very interesting because I know we've talked about like there's different versions of what people know about Nika. Like some people know him to be the warrior of liberation that saves, And potentially there were some people that know Nika as a liberator, like basically as a bad person, one that tears down the world instead of builds it up. So I'm assuming that, I haven't read it yet, but I'm assuming that Loki believes that he's that latter one, the latter version of Nika. Alex says Rox had never heard of Nika before Loki. Yeah, no, I got you. Patrick says Loki might be onto something about the mural there. Maybe, but that's very interesting. Like, again, the story of Nika is told in different ways from different people, but he's still known as the Liberator, just in different ways. Okay, I could dig it. Listen to this, Loki. Slumbering somewhere out there in the world is a bunch of incredible destroyers by the name of Galea. I'm gonna say Galea. That's how I'm gonna say it. It's probably not right, but I'm gonna say it. Galila. Is that Gal? It's gotta be Gal. Are you trying to say Galila? I'm gonna go with Galila. And the guy who can actually control them is your old man. Okay, so he is saying Galila. Got it. I could have all the outlaws in the world under my command. If me and Harold team up, who could possibly stop us? Wow, that's so cool. So why doesn't my dad team up with you? Because of love? But I'll keep coming back 100 times, 200, as many as it takes. Okay. And then he sees that Rox has been killed. Ooh. I get the villain arc of Loki. I actually get it. I feel bad for the guy. Ooh. He actually saw that Rox wasn't necessarily a bad person. Love for his people, yeah. Yeah, that theme of love. We just heard a lot about love in Elbaf. I'm peeping. All right. There's been an assault. It was King Harold of Elbaf on a certain island. Has he hurt any civilians? No. It's a giant ruffian that he's beating. But it's so brutal. You still don't get it, do you? Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I'll never pillage the humans again. You don't get it. None of you do. Ooh. Bro has veins popping out his cheeks. Oh no, he's about to do some damage. He's about to do some damage with that punch. Ooh, he's about to do some damage. All of you scum with size as your only quality are the ones who built the Giants' history of terror. And because of you, no one believes us. They don't believe that we seek a peaceful seat among the nations of the world. Talk about it, Harold. Talk about it. Look, I'm 10 toes down for my man's Harold, bro. No Harold slander. I'm 10 toes by my boy Harold, man. You said one of those hints looked like Morley? Oh, like Morley from the Revs? Hold on. You talking about the people that's running? Oh, one of those giants. That's what you're trying to say. One of those giants look like Morley. Am I missing it? Oh, you'll show me when you come up. Okay. So yeah, no, like yo, Harold is spitting, bro. Like yo, I'm sick of the Harold slander because he's trying to do what's right. He's trying to do what's right, and I could dig it. Your Majesty, he's unconscious. I wanted Elbaf to join the world government to avoid losing their faith, and that was why I couldn't help him. Whoever's side fortune is on, it doesn't feel like mine. So lend me your aid. My greatest friend begged me for help, and I turned my back on him. I left him to die. I mean, he would have killed you too, though. In fairness, you would have ended up dying there too. But I get your frustration. Okay. Now I cannot turn back from this path. I refuse to overlook the evil of the giants. Oh no. No. No, 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 bro. That's so crazy, man. Yeah, F the world government, bro. F them, bro. That's so crazy. The king of the giants becomes deranged. I feel for Harold, man. I really freaking do. God dang it. Navy HQ. Underground cells. I'm quitting. Oh, Dragon Lore. Okay. Dragon Lore. Let's go. I'm quitting the Navy, Dad. I know. I'm disgusted with you. I know. Yo, okay, wait. Dart, you better have some stellar conversations within this panel. You better, because I'm not liking the vibes. I'm not liking it at all so far. But you did throw him the key, so cool. Let's see. Harold, I've made up my mind, Ida, Shifarul. It's time for me to set aside these half measures. That's the GOAT, by the way, Alex. I'm sick of you talking about. So you talking about Queen Esther. This is the real queen that we should be talking about. It's Ida. You said that was for show, Slev? We'll see. Haruden, Loki, you are my sons. And I love you both. I want you to work together to support Elbaf after I'm gone. Oh, he's pulling up to oh. It's an Elbaf Royal Navy ship. I'm very sorry, King Harold, but I've been instructed not to allow you to land. Oh God, what are we doing here? Officers of the Navy and dignitaries of the world government, please hear me out. Oh God. Oh, he rips them horns off in front of them. Ooh. God. Okay. Allow me this chance to atone for 1,000 years of history. Oh, let me back up. I want to apologize for all the mistakes that Giant Kind has made. I wish to prove my oath of peace so that the children of Elbaf can lead fruitful lives without hurting anyone, so that they can live hand in hand with humanity. I want a chance to atone for our sins. If that means I must be a slave, so be it. Wow. Yo. I'm still here 10 toes for Harold. I'm still here 10 toes for Harold. But Harold, bro, what are we doing, bro? You can't be a slave, big dog. You can't be a slave. I'm gonna drop the link down in the comments so we can get this party going. Oh man, my boy Harold, dog. Harold, you can't, bro. My dog Harold can't be a slave, man. No way, bro. Emu slave hockey activated is crazy. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is not a good feeling for my man's Harold. I've been standing 10 toes for him for the longest time. And this just don't sit right with me, man. It just don't. Like, I do think that Harold deserved better. And like, what else can you do, right? What more can you do, man? I don't even know what more you can do. What's going on, Nika?
It was good. Long live King Harold. Long live Queen Astrid, man.
And there we go.
Greatest.
You right on time, huh?
Yep, right on time.
Right on time.
What's up, Zah?
What up?
Right on time with it.
Zah, you got a fan on? Your audio sound like your audio pushing.
Yeah.
All right.
Foolie, Slev.
Yo.
What's up, Foolie? What's up, Slev?
Ooh, what's the one piece hoodie you working with? What is that?
This is Wano.
Luffy, yeah.
Luffy and Zoro Wano. It's a little washed up, but
Let's go. Yeah.
For whatever reason, his face is hidden by the string, so I ain't even see him.
That's hard. Okay.
Big.
Facts, hard hoodie.
I could dig it.
Don't
okay.
need Foolie in this bitch. Let's go.
All right. Strawberry says she's on the phone. She'll be in later for sure. You're good.
Strawberry.
All right.
Y'all love fruits.
All right. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this set up and then we can get into the chapter. Again, I really feel bad for Harold. I'm still sending those for him, by the way. So if anyone has slander for Harold, direct it towards me and we can get this wrapped up quickly.
Can I point out some W's early on, and then we can move past it? I just want to point out some W's I was excited to call out before they get too far and I forget. So one, I told y'all Garling was gonna do some bullshit, just like Gureneka did in Wano with Luffy versus Kaido. How he interrupted that fight. It didn't happen exactly how I thought it was gonna happen, but Garling got the last laugh. 1, 2. The parallel between Smoker and Roger. When Luffy and Zoro, Sanji and Zoro in Alabasta say Luffy and Smoker. Zah, I think it's your audio. It sounds like you got a problem, bro.
Wait.
Okay, yeah, I was saying Luffy and Smoker paralleled Roger and Garp in this chapter when they were getting rescued by Gaban and Rayleigh. Same way Sanji and Zoro did it in Alabasta. They didn't have the open dialogue like I wanted, but it's the very same thing. And that was priceless. You feel me? But there was another W in there somewhere I forgot to mention. But I'm gonna remember when it come back around. But I had to point that out because I called them shits out for weeks now. I've been saying this shit gonna happen. So yeah, yes sir.
Yep. So before we end the chapter, I know Nika you brought up that we rightfully so should have just a quick conversation.
I wanted to wait for Strawberry.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
All right, that's cool. We'll do. We'll get in the chapter. Then when Strawberry comes up, I'll bring it up. We'll do that because I know she has something she wants to say about too. Okay. While we're waiting on Strawberry, we can get to the chapter. Alex, you're up first, man. Please. I'd love to hear your thoughts about how you love Queen Estrid.
Oh God, here we go.
Thank you. Because Queen Estrid doesn't get enough respect.
Yeah, talk about it, man. Okay.
Today, they forget what it takes to really be a queen and like raise your people up to try to prevent these atrocities that are now befalling your people. Someone that your people can look to as a savior, someone as a guiding light. You know what I mean? Someone that's in touch with like their spiritual side and like has that shamanistic nature to be able to lead your people the right way, like away from adversity. Like if only they listen, they would be falling in no adversity right now, but they failed her. You know what I mean?
And how did they fail her? Can you elaborate?
Like when she said kill the kid, the Antichrist, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. And then like she had to die. Like her heart wasn't strong enough to take her own kid's life. But she died trying for real.
Loki being called the Antichrist is crazy. I get what you're trying to say though. That was crazy.
Okay, yeah.
Listen, somebody gotta like Estrid, so you can have it.
Word, there we go, Sled. That's the energy you gotta hit him with. Somebody gotta do it.
I like Estrid's aura.
In King Harold, the royalty of the giant is just lovable. Like they've done nothing wrong.
I liked Queen Estrid's aura when she walked into the room. And she was like, do this. You're going to move this here. We're going to move that mirror over there. We're going to rearrange that couch, put that couch in that room because that's the way I like it. And I'm her. I like that because, again, maybe King Harold likes his women more dominant. Hey, I don't know what he likes, and that's fine. Because, Queen, like Ida, I call her Queen Ida. I know, like, you guys won't, but she's Queen Ida. And she was more of like a passive woman, which is fine, but I don't think that was like his speed all the way. At least that's what I thought.
Alex. You upset Alex when you said that.
She ain't never been no Queen Ida. What we talking about? Don't insult the queen, the giant royalty line like that called Queen Ida. What? That don't even go together. Like, come on now. Let's not do that.
That's fine. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, Queen Ida.
No. What you doing? What you doing? You did it again. That don't go together. Yeah. Stop that.
Yeah. Anyway, so Queen Ida, like I said, she actually is. She might not have been a speed. I thought the aura of Estrid was great. But let me ask you this, Alex, before we get into your full thoughts. What is your favorite thing that Estrid did? Just name like if you had to say like this is the top thing Estrid did since she was in the chapter or just in the story. What would that moment be for you? What's the best Estrid moment?
It is what my man Zah alluded to. It is the Kobe shot. It is that free throw. That amazing free throw. Like no one else can hit shots like that, bro.
Free throw. Free throw. Hey.
I'm saying no one else can hit shots like that. Like for real, like if she was in the league, that's the shooting percentage is outrageous. Like she's hitting Steph Curry numbers. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. Nita Rima.
Like imagine like if Garp was doing that with the babies, like the pregnant women when like Sudoku was killing them. Like I don't think Garp was putting up numbers like Estrid, bro. Garp could not hit it like Estrid, bro. Like the stroke of the shot, green beam, bro. Green beam.
Alex, her shot is better than the cannonballs, right?
It is, bro. It is.
Okay.
Like, I promise.
Game point.
She got an elite sniper badge, bro. She got the elite sniper badge.
You know what's crazy? I think like Loki negatived her because after she threw him, she died, and Luffy was Loki was unscathed. So it was really like it was a negative because she died and he got up like, dang, real? All right, that's what's up. So really, she lost to a baby. That's actually crazy. Like downscale for Estrid. That's wild. Negative by a baby is crazy. That's actually got to be
because she was
the worst.
People weren't behind her. Like she just threw the baby
worst
trying to kill it.
Of One Piece.
People, her royalty can see the baby. They're not trying to kill it with her. They're not with her on kill the baby.
Listen, I heard Shanks part Sky, baby Shanks part Skies, and stands up to Imu Haki and those substitution jutsu. So I don't know.
So wait, do you think that was Shanks with the black lightning that they're talking about?
Everybody on Twitter thinks so.
At the end of the chapter, for real, it might have been. At the end of the chapter, it's like,
not me. Everybody on Twitter thinks so. Okay,
we gotta stop. I'm a Shanks fan, and I'm saying enough's enough, bro. Like, come on, bro. Enough is enough, man. We saw
If Shanks did it, then Shamrock did it too. That's all I'm gonna say. It's twins hockey. Twins hockey. That's all I'm gonna say. Look. That's all I'm saying.
See, this is why I
can't gonna leave out Shamrock. Fuck that.
Okay.
That's to the side. I did like this chapter though. It was
there you go. Yeah, tell me about your thoughts on the chapter.
I mean, the chapter was pretty good. I think it's like a definite like 9 out of 10. I don't know. I might give it 8 out of 10. But it's really good. I'll probably give it 9 just because I like the vibe of it, and I like the duality we see between like 3 different Marines. Like you get like Garp. This has been his dream. He's been devoted to it. And now he's getting to like God Valley where he sees like the dream is kind of a lie. He's kind of like shattered. But he still devotes himself to protecting the other people in the Marines that are like below him that he can like look out for. People similar to him that like believed in the propaganda, and that's all he can really do. But then like thanks to Sengoku having the greater dream of, but Sengoku was all on the opposite side though, because Sengoku kind of joins it with the idea of like all those rumors that we had heard are true. And that like the Marines are not this great organization, knowing that it's evil, but with the idea that if I get to the top, I can change that. And while like, and that helps Garp, because that helps Garp like have something else to go forward to. It's now like instead of just sitting here protect people, hopefully we get to a point where we can change it. Now we can, as readers can see, they clearly didn't. You know what I mean? But like at least they made Sword. That I think Sword's the establishment of, oh no, we're not about to change it. We just, you know what I mean? But like then you also have the side of Dragon where it's like, I'm not deep in this. I just joined. Oh, this is some shit. Oh no, I don't want to be part of this. And I'm disgusted that you were part of this, Dad, because you just cool with this? And it's like, yeah, Dad's too deep in. Dad ain't leaving. It's like
his whole life in the Marines. He's been in 30 years.
That's all I know. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean? But I'm not gonna force you into this because like no matter what, although I love this, I love you family first. So like I'm gonna make sure you get out. You
I raised you to be a stand-up guy. You standing up right now. So hey, I ain't going to get down that.
I might not let some like adopted kid get away from this. They might have to die. like my kid. Oh no, you real mine. I gotta get you out of here.
Yo, was that Ace Lander?
Like, what do you mean?
I'm not gonna let an adopted kid get away with this, but my blood, that might be the difference though. Hey, who knows? Luffy's not staying on the podium. He don't even make it to the podium if it's Luffy being executed.
That key getting dropped.
Garp's not letting Luffy even make it to the podium. Just want y'all to know that.
Yeah, that key gets dropped immediately. It's like, hey, get up out of here.
Fully, you're muted. We can't hear you.
You said Shamrock's the shit? I know, gang. I've been trying to tell him.
There you go.
I've been trying to tell him. Slab, don't even, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, Slev, you're up next. What's your thoughts on the chat?
All right, yo, sorry. I'm very disappointed in King Harold. I'm so frustrated with him.
What? I love King Harold. No.
Well, listen, I understand what he was trying to do with his people, trying to get him a part of the world government, but I think he should have, as a real nigga, and as a king to his people, I think he should have read between the lines. And if the government, if the world government wanted that to happen for Elbaf, it would have happened. So at the end of it all, he saw that his closest friend needed him, and he wasn't there. And he probably could have made a difference if he would have went to God Valley, because he would have gotten the Galileo or whatever woken up, and him and Rox could have gotten together and, you know, did what they had to do, you know, in order to defeat people in God Valley. But, you know, Harold didn't want to because he loved his people that much and all of that nonsense. Now, regarding the
I'm gonna go after her on that Harold. I don't agree with nothing about that Harold.
He let me down. Like, knowing the fact that he suffered when he realized, you know, Rox was gone and he could have been a part of that situation. It's like, coulda, woulda, shoulda, nigga. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. You know. So, but anyway, Rox got to be very, very powerful to still be alive post that fight and post Reverse Domu. Like, that was insane to me, that he was kind of still conscious and aware and thinking that he was gonna make it out of that island until bitch ass Garland. Oh, I like bad people. Like Sukuna's my guy. I love villains, but Garling, he's just a bitch ass nigga to me. Like,
Talk about it.
he's just a bitch. Like, how you gonna come in the end when you wasn't even a part of the fight for real? You know, like, why not imprison him? You know, but whatever. I was very frustrated with how that fight ended, and Garp and Dragon. That was for show. I really think that was for show. I really think we're gonna see more behind the scenes of how Dragon from Dragon's side, how he left the Marines and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some type of guard around when some type of guard around when him and his dad are talking, and he's like, "Yeah, you disappointed me," tossing him the key, like, get out of here, bro. Like, I know what you're about to do. I know you're about to rise up. So here's the key. Here you go. It was a very short chapter, so I was kind of like gearing up for like current Elbath, but I'm okay. I'm okay with it, you know. But I'm okay with how it ended. I kind of just wanted a more understanding of that huge lightning that went on over God Valley. Like, what was that? Like, was that them destroying God Valley? Like, I was a little confused on that. But for the most part, you know, there was the two main bitches in the chapter, and that's Garling and Harold. Up there with the Tupac shirt. I forget your name. Alex.
What you think about Sengoku, Sled?
Sengoku was great. Sengoku redeemed Garp.
Hold on. I asked Sled. Hold on. I asked Sled. Let me see if she cooking.
With Sengoku, I feel like, you know, he's just like, I don't necessarily feel like he want to go with the motions, but he's going with it. Like, I just feel like he's like the presidents, you know, they gotta show face, but they really not in control for real, you know. So I just feel like he understands the order of things, and he doesn't want to go against that system. And it's saddening because, you know, shit is corrupt. You know things are not really as righteous as they're supposed to be, and you're supposed to be a righteous, you know, a Marine, and you're not really upholding those values. And you know, so it's like you got your boy telling you, yo, if you go that way, I'm gonna kill you, you know. So it's like, you know, I was a little frustrated, but I'm not surprised giving Marineford, you know, his position in Marineford. I wasn't really too surprised with his behavior, reaction, so to speak. Yeah.
I could do it. What did you rate it? I don't know if I missed that.
I didn't rate it. I'll give it a smooth 8.5. 8.59. Yeah.
Okay. I could dig it.
Yeah.
Bully, man. Thoughts, bro?
All right.
Yes.
Pretty much when it comes to the chapter and everything like that, the way I felt about it, I really understood. Like, I don't like Harold's like willingness to become a slave at the end. I understand like his mind state in the sense of like, you could have helped your friend. You could have like really been there for your friend, but now you have to double down because you lost a friend on wanting to stay down his path. So he's doubled down. He stuck his feet in doubly, and that's what, like, where like it just bothers me with like a passion. But I understand like the will drawn to be like, I can't go. I can't like let my friend's death be in vain in a sense. By like not making my people achieve this goal, I let him die because I wanted to stay so true to my people and whatnot, into the dream that I have for them and everything like that. And then that, I'm like, damn, that is just like it's such a mixture of feelings, but it really does take a lot to be a king, and it really shows the weight it takes to be a king in a sense.
I respect that.
Yeah.
And I really like have mixed feelings about it, but I'm like, I'm not a king myself, you know. But
right.
Yeah. The other thing that I feel I took an L this chapter. In the way I took an L, I thought Bulgar was gonna be the one holding guard, but it wasn't Bulgar. That messed me up.
Told y'all.
I'm like, no,
told y'all.
Bogart stocks are way down, bro.
Both
This is
already
the
did
one
everything he's
time.
supposed to. Both Fraud did more than I ever thought he would. Y'all ain't see him bring the phone?
Here we go.
Y'all ain't see him bring the phone out? Come on now, y'all hating on Both Fraud. That's crazy.
Wait for sword. That's what I'm saying.
I want to see some Bogart, so I agree. I'm with you, Fully.
Definitely. I'm waiting for the sword.
I'm with you guys.
Hey,
too.
Fully,
Bogart stocks are
which
down.
one's more impressive for you? Both Fraud on Hachinosu or Both Fraud on God Valley? Which one was more impressive for Both Fraud?
God Valley.
He was
you like the phone, right? You like that phone. You like that phone. He came out with that phone. You liked it.
Alex, he was actually in the panel when Garp got hit by the Big Mom attack. Bogart was there, like he's keeping up with Garp all God Valley. So I gotta give him. He was actually on the island of God Valley. Hachinosu was on shit, so I gotta give him points for God Valley. At least he got on. He was on the island. So.
I was saying the last thing I want to address is Garp, really. And when it comes to like Garp, I have had a true hatred for Garp for the past like couple months. The hatred has definitely changed in the past like couple chapters to where I don't like the statement, but I really do resonate with like I have to be the guard at the bottom of the hill. Especially seeing how like Goku wants to move and whatnot. He'd rather be blind to everything and just to move forward up the corporate ladder and whatnot. But Garp is like I have to. That really puts depth and it makes me like appreciate who Garp is. As who, you know what I mean? It makes me appreciate who Garp is. Still fucked up that he gave his kid a key, but not his rival's kid a key to get out of restraints and whatnot. But I'm gonna leave that alone. Ace could still be here. If I got overall, I give this a solid like 8.5. I wanted more, but like I know that we're going to get more next chapter, and it's up in the air like where it could go.
Fully talk more into your mic.
Hello.
There you go.
You sound scratchier. You sounded scratchier today.
You sounded really low the whole time.
Yeah. I can hear you, but I can tell everybody's trying to get closer to
Right. I'm like, really quick to add on Fully's situation when it came to King Harold. Yes, I felt like when he took out his anger on that giant at that other, like he's taking out his anger on his people. He's like, come on, we gotta do better. This is my only path now, so we got to do better. And I felt like he was just taking that anger out on his people and trying to get his country a part of the world government. And at this point, it's like, bro, calm down. Like it's not even going to happen now the way you're going about it. Like so. Yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, Harold really kind of like frustrated me a little bit this chapter.
Harold was right. I'm sorry, he did nothing wrong. He's just trying to redeem his people.
I get it.
I get it.
But I'll talk about that when I'm up. Fully, do you have something else you need to say?
Last thing is, I think Morgan should never meet Garp because apparently Garp was upset about that title. And now it's all Morgan.
Second smoker parallel. Here we go. And keep doing this. Keep doing this, man. What Smoker said, tell the top brass to what? Eat shit?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's a Garp.
Yes, sir. Can't wait for the parallels to keep paralleling.
All right, Za. What's up, bro?
I'm gonna give this chapter a solid 9.
Okay.
Sengoku, you know how I've always felt about him. He didn't upset me. He didn't anger me. He just made me realize he's more of a con man than he really is. Because we talk about Garp letting his people in. Sengoku made his adopted grandson a Marine. We forget about Rosie Inate. That man is just like, yo, you need to follow the vision all the way around.
Rosinante is like his adopted son. You remember he wanted to get Law in there as an adopted grandson, but Law didn't want to be alive.
And if he would have gotten Law, he'd have made Law another Marine.
But hold on, there's a staple for that because Drake is also his adopted grandson, and Drake is captain of Sword. Keep telling y'all, Sword gonna save these old niggas.
And Drake's dad was also a Marine, just like Rosinante. Drake's dad was an insider.
Rear Admiral DX Drake, a worst generation pirate.
Yeah, Diaz Drake was like Drake's dad. I'm sorry, Diaz Barrow.
You're right. But Drake was adopted by Sengoku. We see that happen. We see that happen way back when the Doflamingo when they recovered when they was going for the Abba. We see Drake meet the Marines. He met Sengoku. He goes on to become a Rear Admiral and then leaves the Marines technically by handing in his code and becomes a pirate. But we know he's still with the Marines because we see Kobe talking to him and they tell us he is the captain of Sword. And his justice is the same justice as Garp's. It's titled My Justice. The captain of Sword justice is the same as Garp's and it's Sengoku's grandson. Just wanted to throw that in there in a way, you know what I mean? Throw that in there. If you want to say grandson, he's his sensei, whatever. Point is, remember, they all have ties to swords. Even Soru, her granddaughter, in Sword. Sakazuki, his supposed daughter, in Sword.
Yeah.
I'm just Kuzan knows all about how Sword works. just remember that. Just remember that. Like, all of this is for Sword. I keep saying this, and I'm gonna stand on it, bro. Sword. And Bogard, even his character, the whole theory based around Bogard right now is that he's a detective that organized his character Insposa in the movie that he played in. He was a detective that basically did like internal affairs type vibe and kind of was like the management spearhead guy of a so-called Sword syndicate in a way. So just wait for it. But Sword is listen. I gotta keep saying it, man. Sword is up. That's it. I'm done.
I ain't hearing the Bofrog part.
Okay. Zah, did you have some more you need to say?
All I have to say is Sword's not saving everybody. Some people got to go down.
No. I already you missed my first line. Y'all don't be listening. They're all going to get their karma, but Sword is going to be their last act to try and make a better world, and it's going to work. That's all I am telling you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to save Garp. Garp captured right. Look at Garp's karma right now. It's not looking good for him. And I don't think he lives. I've said this a few times. But I'm just saying, they all have ties to Sword. As much as you can hate Sakazuki, you're going to find out his daughter in Sword. How do you get your daughter in Sword? If I'm a Navy Marine, when I turn over my code, I have to give it to my resignation number. I have to give it to my fleet admiral who has to reassign me to Sword. That's how that works.
Unless you get the force to stay on as a general inspector, where you can like keep your role as like head of Sword type shit. But
maybe
even then, I do think
that would be. But now you sound like you're trying to save Kong. So look, how many people are we saving the Sword? I wasn't trying to save Kong, but hey, listen.
Well, no, I don't think because like I'm not trying to save Kong. I don't think Kong thinks of it like that. For like Kong and like the rest of like the government above him, I think they might approve of it, just thinking Sword just helps produce strong like soldiers, as far as they can see. Strong soldiers that are good for the cause. Like they look at people like Diaz Barrow, like even though as far as we know, Drake's dad wasn't the strongest, he still was able to form a pirate crew, get this devil fruit, and form an operation that almost led to them capturing the Dolphy crew. You know what I mean? So for them, that's still somewhat good. And then they tried it again with Rosenate, failed, tried it again. You know what I mean? It just for them being able to have these Marines that are strong and able to infiltrate pirate crews like this to where they can like set them up and like get the drop on them is valuable. So as far as like the world government sees it, this is just random soldiers we can use. They're not seeing it as like this is a force actually trying to raise up against us to do justice a different way. They don't see
that's
it.
Fair because Guernica did stop Drake and he knew Drake was a Sword member. He said, "No, I know, I know what you guys is on." Like he knew that, so that could be something. You could be cooking there.
Valid.
Oh,
okay.
That's also what I want to say for like Sengoku. My bad, Ree.
No, you good. Go.
But yeah, for Sengoku, I was like, I like the idea of him turning the blind because what he's saying is like he's pretty much already like stating like they know when like if you go against the top of the world government, you pretty much get killed. So he's like, if I ever see the top brass doing something insane, rather than go against it, I'm gonna act like I ain't see it. Because like they're not gonna know I disagree with them. I'm gonna keep that shit to myself. You know what I mean? As far as I know, that ain't happening. I don't even know what happened right there. Like I can tell you about it afterwards, but in the face, I'm not I'm not letting Mars or Saturn know that I think they fucking retards, like they evil people. You're crazy.
Yeah, and just to add in, just for everybody's thing about it, did they change the nuance in the Viz? And because the actual translation to it is that he is saying, Sengoku said with a best friend like you around. That's what he's actually saying. So he's saying that Garp is his best friend. By saying friends, you are taking away a nuance, which could leave out a character dynamic. Because now that we know they're best friends, and Garp actually never beat Sengoku's ass or killed him, should tell you that Sengoku's mind is at least in
always
the right
stayed on the right path.
Yeah, it stayed on the right path. That's why I say sword matters, because they have to go and do these orders. He didn't want to do Ohara neither. You know what I mean? But Sengoku called the order. He had to still play along with the government. He had to play ball, unfortunately. He's there to take the L Garp couldn't take, you know what I mean? But he is trying to get the right program going. So I just want to say
and
that.
I'm sure they probably talked about some of these orders. Like Sengoku probably gave them like the orders for like to kill Roge came down, although they don't know who Roge is. Like, hey, they know Roger got a kid. Do you know who it is? Because we gotta kill that person. Garp like, nah. He's like, yo, Garp, if you don't tell me, a whole lot of pregnant women gonna die, a whole lot of babies gonna die, a whole lot of XYZ. Garp probably had to look him in the face and still say, yeah, I don't know who it is, bro.
Probably,
more likely.
Yeah, which is. But see, I can understand that situation because that's like morally conflicting. Like, do you actually put the girl up that you know is the bad person, or not the bad? Wow, not a bad person that you know is the mother, or do you save her and protect, or like have all these other women killed? Like, that's that real situation. Like, is the one person's death better than like hundreds? I can understand that. That's morally
given the fact of how Ace went out as well. Like, was it actually worth it too as well?
Well, think about this, right, Slev? This is the sentiment that people have gone with, because I was making the claim earlier, of course, that because Luffy is blood, Luffy doesn't even make it to the podium, right? Well, there is the claim that if Ace would have asked Garp for help, Garp would have helped him. But Ace never asked Garp for help because of his own moral conflictions. And Garp, being morally conflicted, probably would have helped Ace for the kid crying for help. But being by it was never asked, he had already made up his mind that you are the son of a pirate. So that is the justice here, is that you are the wrong. You are the one in the wrong. I tried to raise you different, you and Luffy, but this is what you did. No, Luffy, it's different, because with Luffy, when Luffy's getting into trouble, he even sits there and tells Ace, I'm sure glad he's still sticking to his guns. And that's the same sentiment you could say for Dragon. He's throwing Dragon the key. And we never hear that Dragon escaped the Navy or none of that. He left the Navy. So he got in prison for that moment. And I'm guessing when it was time to let him out, his father was the one that let him out, gave him the key, and he just let Dad know. I'm glad I'm getting out and all that, but I'm not staying with this organization. And I'm disgusted with you at that. But just keep in mind, to everybody, Garp has already stated in Water 7 that him and Dragon still talk. And then remember, Dragon has a child and Grandpa is the one we see him with. That's a crucial point. So don't think that they're not connected. Those two men are connected. Dragon just couldn't understand Garp's positioning at the time. Given time, I do think Dragon comes to that clarity, and they work together. He's the inside man.
Definitely.
He's the inside man protecting the men that are there and good on the inside, while I'm the man protecting the world on the outside. That's kind of how they're doing it. And then Luffy just a pirate fucking shit up.
I personally don't think if Ace asked Dragon for help, he would have asked, Garp for help. Garp would have helped him. I think
that's fair.
I think Garp knew that too. Like I think Ace knew Garp wasn't going to help him too. It was one of the reasons why he doesn't. Like I think Ace thinks back to the time when he was like, was it 5'7", and he's asking Garp if he deserves to live, and Garp's looking him dead in the face, telling him no, and he's like, oh yeah, this nigga, ain't no way this nigga think he going.
Garp didn't tell him no. First of all, hold on. I get where you try to go with that, but Garp didn't tell him no. Garp said it's not for me to decide. Like, you got to live life on your own and figure that out.
Yeah,
Garp wasn't trying that wasn't for him to decide. Just to be fair there.
And also, I don't think Garp would have Ace would have ever asked Garp for help, because that's one of their things. They both have these sense of duty. Like, I'm a pirate. I know how your position is. I understand where you're at. I just think they understand where each other's at, and it's like, I'm not gonna do that to you. that's their relationship. I think it's great. I love the fact that Ace never asked Garp for help. That's not his thing. He would never do that.
Zah, did you finish your take before you had to got cut out? Whatever you dropped.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine on that. That's all I gotta say. I'll save things for later. But
no, you had more to say, I thought, and then you dropped out, didn't you?
No. I gave it a 9.
To add to your point, though, Zah, I agree because Ace was already to the point where he said, if they free me, they free me. If they don't, they don't. So by the time he said that, he had accepted his fate and he was just moving along with whatever the wave was. So if they free me, I'm gonna move with that. If they don't, then I'm you know what I mean?
And I think that's what makes Luffy great. I think that's what makes Luffy great because Luffy is willing to ask for help. Whereas Ace, Garp, and them will never do that. They'll never ask for help. They're too prideful.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks. All right, Trip, bro. Welcome, man.
What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're great, bro. What's your thoughts on the chapter?
The chapter? That's a loaded one.
Go for it.
Of course, I assumed going into this that once we get to the ending and the conclusion for Rocks, it won't be satisfying for us. So the sense of like an ungrandiose ending for him was kind of expected, given what we already knew at hand, type shit. I think Oda just did one of the classic humanizations of a man we believe untouchable throughout the whole, appearance that he had in the arc and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oda just continued to humanize him more and more by each chapter and shit. So just making a man out of the legend type shit. I liked the interaction with Garp and Dragon. I actually did. As a son who be at odds with his pops a lot. You know what I mean? Like I understood what was going on right there. So, and I'm sure as Dragon got to grow and, lead his own revolution and all that type of shit, he now understands his father a bit more behind the decisions he chose to make. So I would like to see their conversations, how those are now, given what we finally understood about their relationship in the past. Harold, I'm not gonna lie to you.
King Harold, W.
Hold up.
You could hush. You could hush, nigga.
Hey,
You hush.
speak your truth. Speak your truth.
Hold on.
You lucky I can't mute you, nigga. You lucky I can't mute you on here. You hush.
Not too much.
Stay focused, though. King Harold, come on now. Think about W. King Harold.
Man, listen, man. Bro is super conflicted. He's in pain. And I hope there's some big brain logic behind him fully committing. And that's typically how Oda be doing this type of shit. Like, we won't get it until we see the death scene with him and Loki. And I've already come to understand that. We won't get it until, like, Loki is about to kill him. You know what I mean? Once this flashback comes to that ending. But as of right now, like, bro, I look at him as someone who's just crashing out on life. Because he waited too long to do the right thing. And now he's just like, there is no right thing anymore, in a sense. Like, the right thing that he's choosing to do ain't necessarily, it's more destructive to him, but it's like he can't waver anymore. You know what I mean? He sacrificed so much for this already. So it's like, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna change my mind when the one person that wanted me to change my mind is dead and out the picture. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's one of those things. And something key I think Rox mentioned to Loki was, like, when Loki was like, why is he trying to change, or why? And then he's like, it's a complicated thing, Loki. It's just a thing called love, and it's a very loaded plate when you analyze that entire statement, because is he wrong for falling in love and wanting to, wanting the Giants to be seen in a better light? No. But did it make him vulnerable? Absolutely. Which is what love does. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so it's just one of those odd things where it's to like, man, we won't fully get it until again Loki is literally in tears killing his dad. Then we'll get it. But until then, like Harold is gonna continue. Harold is like Odin dancing to us right now. We don't get it.
On the
We
love
don't
part,
get it.
I think he was more so talking about his love for his people and like how like because
It's
of
the
EA,
culmination.
it's like because of like
Alex. It's the culmination of it, though. It's the culmination of it. Because if not for that, the love for his people wouldn't have become what it is.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the whole culmination of love in general. You know what I'm saying? So his whole outlook on life is just completely different. You know what I mean? It was a very interesting conversation with Loki and Rox talking about I think you're Nika who's gonna destroy it. And Rox is like, I'm trying to rule this shit. I can't destroy rubble. Can't destroy dust.
Yeah,
I can't rule over a graveyard. I can't rule over a graveyard. You feel me? So that was very eye opening because, and then Harold confirming that like the other person that could probably do that is Harold. For me, that just tells me that the gum fruit is indeed the treasured devil fruit there that got stolen. But yeah, for the most part, I like the chapter. I liked the chapter for the most part because again, I knew we weren't gonna get some grandiose closing to an arc. This is a closing to a flashback that is still, you know, the very very key important details are still like got gaps in it, you know, and that's to be you know brought up and deciphered at a later time. But overall, I rate the chapter as far as a closing to God Valley. It was what I expected. I didn't expect no more, no less. It was actually what I expected. You know what I'm saying? I'm satisfied. The Dark King got to pop out, do his shit. The fight with Roger and Garp, that literally like once the fact that Oda gave us a whole chapter of that shit, like what era are we living in?
Out of 10,
Oda gave us a whole chapter of that. Like what era are we in? You know what I'm saying? So I liked it. I liked it a lot. I wish Rox would have elaborated more on why Garp and Roger can't die here. I felt like it was a D thing that he didn't elaborate on. But this just tells me that we're gonna see Rox again through other people's flashbacks a bit more often, and you know I can't wait for it. Oh, and Garling a hoe.
Facts.
Garling is scum. As far as I'm concerned, like bro, scum.
He did his job. Why y'all hating?
And first of all, Alex, Reed, can you mute him for me, my nigga? You can't do it.
I got you. I put myself. You got it.
No, man, you straight, man. Yeah, man, Garling a hoe, man, and I ain't gonna lie. Every time Garling is on screen and he is quote unquote doing something or all the things that people give him clout and praise for, I ain't gonna lie, it's all whole shit to me. It's all whole shit to me, and I pray to God that his sensible son don't start moving like him in some way, form, or fashion. Because God, that nigga a hoe.
Yeah, you see what color Sham's hair is, bro? He good.
I don't care what color his hair is.
That red hair agenda is
doing
strong.
his job. If Garp and Roger had just died, he wouldn't have had to go out there and like had to kill an Undami Reversi Rocks. Y'all made him do extra work for real.
First of all, hey, mute up, man. Like this for 5 minutes. Spare me, dog. Like, what is you on, bro? What is you on, bro? Like, this nigga Garland couldn't save him handicapped. Garland couldn't save him handicapped
before you spit your shit.
What you mean? What you mean?
You didn't rate it. You didn't rate it yet. Yeah, rate it and
then
do what you do. But rate it first.
8.9. It don't go into that 9 category just because of, you know, I ain't fully digested it all the way. But like it's an 8.9 so far. It just ain't all the way in that 9. It's not, that's the chapter. That's the chapter. Just you know, the way the chapter played out.
But as far as like the arc in a whole, I think we can like analyze and rate the entire flashback, at least the God Valley portion. I ain't gonna lie, that shit is solid 9.9 to me. But as far as this chapter goes, I give it an 8.9, just cause it like left a bad taste in my mouth. Pause. But I ain't fuck with what Garlic did. R.I.P. my nigga Rocks. You know what I'm saying? I would have, but I guess it's not their story. But like, I guess that's for a later time, later subject. Like what how I imagine Kaido ended up getting captured again after this, which is where he ended up meeting King. You know what I'm saying? Big Mom starting like finding her own territory and starting it, all that type of shit. Like I would have liked to see the starts of those, but all we needed to know is that after this is when all they shit started. So I understand Oda not just going in full detail about that. But yeah, I'll give it. I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9, and that's solely off of Garfield Dragon. That's solely off of Garfield Dragon. Solely off of Garfield Dragon. It's a 9. That was nice. That was nice because we've always wanted to know what a back and forth like was between them, and I like that we didn't see a conversation between them until Dragon was at odds with being a Marine. That's the first dialogue we see between the two of them, as far as the earliest dialogue of the two of them. That's the earliest we see. You know what I mean? So I appreciated that. That I appreciated.
Okay. Thank you, Trip. Appreciate that.
What's up?
Before I'm gonna let you go next, Nika, but before you do, Instagram people, we are on YouTube. There's a lot of people asking about Twitch. I am not on Twitch. You can come to YouTube. Just look up the Strawhat Podcast on YouTube. You can watch it there. Just find it on YouTube. Also, the people that are on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and like the stream. Like the stream. If you're on it, I think we have 10 likes right now. Just hit the like button real quick while you're watching, and that would help the algorithm a lot. So make sure you do that.
Try too while y'all at it. Why not?
Yeah, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button while you're in here watching. I know if you didn't hit it. Pause. I know if you didn't hit the like button. Either way. Let me read this comment real quick. From someone who is on the gram. Bro says, I was disappointed with Harold unless he was completely clueless about the world government circumstances. But we know that he redeemed himself by betraying Emu and getting Domi reversed. I'm curious to know how it happened.
Why y'all all mad at Harold? Did the right thing. Harold
already Alex helps, my nigga. Like, leave it alone, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, Trip. Thank you, Trip.
Trip's got me. Yeah, he not
anyway,
gonna stop though.
Yeah.
I ain't letting that shit slide tonight, boy. I'm let you know right now. You know how I get down.
I can see it.
You know how I get down. I'm gonna cut you short, nigga. You gotta stop that. You gotta stop it.
Harold was right, man. W King Harold.
Yeah, and the sky is pink, nigga. And the sky is pink, nigga. You're 100% right.
Okay, so I Trip. No, don't stone me, okay? I actually do in a way support Harold. He's rage baiting. I'm not though. I'm actually serious on my.
I just said that. I said bro's in pain and he's crashing out because of it. He's in pain and he's crashing out because of it. And it's like I can't reverse the decision. And like if I'm just now like even like right now, if he decides to say, you know what, y'all killed my dog, I'm finna fuck y'all up. He was right, blah blah blah. My nigga, it's too late.
Right.
It's way too late. You got to go about it a whole different way now. So that's just what I'm trying to see what he's trying to uncover at this point. So I imagine he's trying to go about it a different way and just speed up the process. But it's like, you know, he's breathing, he's rage pain. I've seen how people, unfortunately, you know, but people handle death very differently. And when it's someone close to you in that manner, they handle it very differently. So, you know. But I just need to see the full culmination of before he meets his end, and then I could fully understand this scene right here.
3 minutes for Harold.
No. No. No, dog.
On Instagram, he said, how long are we on for? About another hour. So you can come over to YouTube and watch it over here. Got about another hour and then we're done. Okay. This is my thoughts, right? So I agree with what Tripp said completely. He's broken. Now, I think is kind of his master plan. I think he's trying to find out who's actually at the top of this thing. Because like I did everything I could do. Rox was trying to tell me that what I'm doing is dumb. I should go with him. I didn't go with him. Who is pulling the strings? Because I want to talk to you and see why you won't accept me. And maybe he does end up finding Gumu, and that's the betrayal that happens, and he gets Domi reversied, which would suck. Like, I feel really bad for his character because he's broken. I mean, even him beating the giant in this chapter, he's like, dude, you guys are the reason why we are seen this way. This isn't the way I want to be seen. There's nothing I can do about it because all of these other giants have basically made a permanent stain on our race. It's not fair. I'm trying to change the outlook and I can't do it. I'm trying to go to the world government. They're not letting me. F it. I'm just gonna look, if you want me to be a slave, I'll be a slave for my people. Just let me help them. And I could dig it. Now, I don't know about him becoming a slave, but I do think there's more to it. And somehow he ends up meeting with Emu. At some point, he makes that connection with Emu. Whether he has that plan going in or not, I don't know. But I do think there's levels to what he's doing. I don't think it's just as simple as like him being stupid. And
I think it's the ultimate sacrifice for him. Like I've sacrificed my friend. I done sacrificed the culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not living with my first wife, blah, blah, blah. What more must I sacrifice? And at this point, he's literally putting himself on the chopping block. Like, take me, fuck it. Like, here, I'm the king of this country. Here, take it. Like, you know, and I feel we've seen this a lot in different forms of literature, movies, animes, whatever the case is. He's giving himself to the ops so he can destroy them from within, I would say. Does he know how he's gonna go? Does he know how he's gonna go about that? I don't think so. But he knows that that's probably his best option.
Well, no, I think
is to get deeper enthralled with the world government and show them like I'm willing to be subservient and submissive to y'all. Now, before he went and broke his horns, he flat out told, I forget who he told, but he was like, no, I don't care about my appearance anymore. Like, it's bigger than this. So I imagine him breaking his horns, like he had been over the horns in itself. Like, I imagine he was already over the horns, so it wasn't even a big deal for him to break. But, like, he knew breaking it in front of them, the world government, it would hold a deeper, significant value. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, hold on. Let me hold the floor.
I'm willing to give him a lot of grace because we saw Odin stripping in the street for like how long, maybe, until we realized the motive behind it and why. So I'm gonna give him some grace until the plot fully unfolds.
Okay, let me hold the floor for a second. Hold on. I want to attack what you and Reese said because you both kind of were in synergy just now. You weren't at first Trip, but then you did at the end of your point. So this is what I would say, right? Because in One Piece, there's a weird quirk of fate that takes place in the story. And we're not done with Harold's story yet. I don't think he knows there's something higher there as of right now. I think he may come to terms and figure that out. Shanks said he wanted to talk to him when he was in the Holy Land, but he didn't get a chance. And he wanted to do it before it was too late. I think Harold figures this out. Emu pulls up on Harold, and Harold figures it out then and there. Emu pulls up on Harold on some now's like pay your debt type shit, and that's how I'm seeing it. And then Harold is on some, like it probably hits him at that moment, and then he gets a Domi pulled on him or something. Like, well, who knows? Something happens with him. Either a Domi gets pulled on him or a Domi gets pulled on his men.
One of the two. Pulled on him.
Either way. I just wanted to say. That's besides my point. My point was just that I don't think he knows right now, but he is going to come to that line of thought later on because he's going to realize what I want as peace is not what they want from the giants. Because those 2 points got to meet at the crossroads sooner or later, where he realized they want manpower. We're trying to just do trade and get knowledge. We don't want no parts of y'all wars or none of that. And he's going to understand that it's gonna come out. This is coming out of price, and I think it is too late. That's why Shanks said I wanted to talk to him before it was too late. And it was while Shanks and Gabon was in Elbaf that they felt the surge of the Emu Haki from the castle. So I do think it's a situation where he finds out too late. That part doesn't change in the story. It's just that he couldn't. He's going towards a righteous path. My issue with Harold is just that when he's on the righteous path to do what he's doing, it's not a wrong path to be on because you are going for the overarching piece of your people into the society of the world today. The only issue is that for me, as righteous as a path that it may be, you ignored the signs that Rock pointed out to you about the world government, and you are going to pay. Your karma is going to make you pay for that for your people. Because I parallel Harold a lot to Gart. Gart's just a Marine soldier, where Harold's the king of a nation, so it hits heavier for Harold. And what he's doing, it's not that it's wrong. It's just you're not doing it for the right people because you don't know what's at the top. And I guess out of all the times you and Rocks might have chopped it up, he might have never told you, yo, I met this silhouette in the garden flower with butterflies and shit. He probably didn't tell you about the mean silhouette he met because you never agreed to the plan, and he didn't get to tell you the whole shebang of the plan because he didn't tie up to you. But I do believe that the sentiment of this, Harold is on the right path, but trying to be subservient to these type of people, which he doesn't know these people are. But you've been shown the signs. You saw what happened when you did with the world. When
you pulled up to save your homie.
You've seen the signs of how they parlay with you. They don't really rock with you. So I like the conviction. It's just it's not going to connect because the people that are behind the curtains are puppeteers to the fullest. So
I think it will. I think it will simply because Emu had a reaction to it. They like Oda showed Emu having a reaction to it.
Yeah, so slave hockey activated. Facts.
So this nigga hellish. I'm of the mind that, but again, before we come back to the throne room and we get to see Harold's end, I believe we're also gonna one of the chapters we're gonna get is Shanks meeting him in Mary's Walk. Because one thing Oda did, just by telling us that he came back to the Holy Land at some point, he gets to skip a lot of how he got back there. You know what I mean? And just have him like pop up over there type shit. So I'm ready for that speed run through, but I hope we do get that. And in that chapter, I'd expect him to at least, get us some semblance of the fact that there's something else at the top. It ain't just, even if he meets the elders, it's like, hold on, like.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You're saying that when he goes to Marine Wall, he gets a taste of what's really going on, but
what's really going on. Because you got to remember, all the times that we know he's been there so far, we know he was there as an escort, but he got chased out. That's how he met Rocks. We don't know of any other situation where he's actively like there, like amongst the reverie or whatever. So I imagine this is when he fuck around and meets Shanks at a reverie that he's actually invited to. You know what I mean? But again, they couldn't talk how they wanted to talk. So I imagine Harold is just trying to peep the scene and understand what's really going on. Is that and the third? And Shanks probably being there for his first time, probably also trying to scope the scene as well. You know what I mean? So now they could probably talk freely about just how they feel finally being up there in that space. You know what I'm saying? But I expect this to throw us all for a loop. And again, I keep on saying it, but just like, what were y'all?
You in the Matrix?
Yeah.
Am I still in it or am I out of it? What's
you muffled? You like under a pillow now?
Definitely not under a pillow. I wish I was.
There we go. Now you sound like you're yelling at me. Okay.
Okay.
You good.
But yeah, I keep saying it, but I imagine all of us were very like shocked and thrown for a loop, and we understood like, okay, Odin did all that for a just cause, and he wasn't crazy just backing down from battle, whatever. Once we realized why he dancing in the street all that time, So I'm imagining again it's gonna be the same for Harold once we get into the like him breaking his horns, and this was no different to me than a nigga like cutting his dreads and being like, I want to change my ways. Nigga, you still you. Okay, first of all.
That varies
You
person
have
to
to.
person.
Man, listen, man. Listen,
Don't be so judgmental.
I am literally speaking on my own behalf, nigga. Like when I cut my dreads, I thought I'm gonna go through this whole baptism. Like, nah, nigga, I'm still a wild boy, but still a very wild boy. So it's like there's definitely a reasoning behind it, and once it pops off, we'll understand it. I'm just giving him the same grace I gave Oda, so he's good in my book, right?
Okay, Reed, go ahead, finish your point.
Last thing I was going to say, I was going to talk about Dragon and Garp, and now it just brings it back into light for me that this man, after seeing what we see in God Valley, there's no way anyone can believe that Dragon does not care about Luffy. We got to throw away the deadbeat allegations. There's a bigger reason why he's not in Luffy's life. After seeing how much he cares for people in general, not even just babies. We all watched how he felt about Shanks, but how he feels about people and like doing the right thing in general. There's no way that narratively it would make sense that he is just a deadbeat. There's more to his character, and there's an actual reason why he's doing what he's doing. I would love to find out, but I think for sure at this point right now, we can say, yeah, the deadbeat thing is done. He's not a deadbeat. There's just something broader. Like, I think the flashback does it. Like, again, even seeing him like, talking to a superior, like, yo, I'll gun you down right now. Like, this ain't right. I'm not cool with it. Like, what are we doing here? That whole thing, I liked it for Dragon. And I like the interaction. I see what Sleb was talking about. It's all for show. We're going to see. You might be right. But I do like where we're going. And I do want to see when he actually leaves. And I want to see the conversation that he ends up having with Garp about going and like actually starting that revolutionary faction. Like, what was the tipping point? Like, what does he leave right after this? Or does something else happen to where he's like, oh, I gotta go? That's kind of what I want to see. So yeah, outside of that, that's what I'm looking forward to.
I would say based on the timeline, I would think the timeline says he doesn't leave right after this, but based on this chapter, I think he leaves right now. I think this is it.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know. There could be something that pulls him back in. He's like, maybe Garb talks to him and has a conversation and ropes him back in. Oh, it's going to be different. I saw what you, I don't know. I think they might have a conversation between each other that causes him to stay a little bit longer.
Okay. Let me say something, right?
Oh, no. I think he for a fact gets the fuck up out of here right now.
Hold on real quick, Trip. I just want to say something for perspective, right? So I think he leaves and they don't talk again until the revolutionary is already made.
Okay.
That's what I think. And that's only because Garp has that scene with Kuzan at Battleship Bags punching the shit out the battleship. Yep. It feels like he doesn't know what his son is up to till that point. Like, he didn't know what his son was doing. He heard about the freedom fighter stuff. He didn't know what's going on. And then he's like, oh shit. He went and became a whole revolutionary. Because if he's been talking to his dad already, I don't think his dad would be upset that he went and became a revolutionary. But it seems like he didn't know what his dad was up to. Then he became the revolutionary. Then he was all like, oh, Kuzan, I can't believe it. My son, he became a revolutionary. And then probably the dropping off of Luffy, they probably had to talk and hash it out. But
I'm gonna push back a little bit because the way I heard that, right? What I've gathered from that conversation is that it was a fresh wound because it just happened. That's how I saw that conversation.
I agree with that.
So I'm gonna say this.
Wait. I'm almost
My bad. Go ahead. My fault.
What I was saying is I feel like it was a fresh wound that just happened, which is why he was so angry punching those battleship bags, saying like, oh, he's a revolutionary now. I'm so upset, disappointed. I think he up and left and was like, yo, I'm starting this revolutionary thing. This is what I'm doing. I can't take it anymore. I'm gone. So I'm thinking, I don't know, max 6 months type thing when he had that conversation with Kuzan when Dragon left. And I think Dragon might have stayed to gather info, to kind of do what he's doing with the revolutionaries too, because he doesn't know anything. I would be surprised if he doesn't try to stay and kind of learn just a little bit more before he starts this faction.
And that's why I agree.
Go against the world government.
Because timeline agrees with you, especially for the Sakazuki and Dragon point, right? Because like, how would he like Sakazuki be so mad when this guy leave him before he even joined, type thing, right? Like timeline agrees with that. But like this chapter, like I said, this chapter goes against even right now. Like I agree with like that was more so what it was. It was like he was just learning about the rebels. Yeah, I think it's more so he's mad that he just learned about it, but he still respects them because like he's still calling them the revolutionaries. Like because like he could just call them like, well, my son's a terrorist criminal or my son's in a pirate organization. He's calling out the name of it as the revolutionaries at that point, even though Dragons just started it. So I think that's still some kind of level of respect.
So this is my takeaway from that, though, real quick. My takeaway is, how's my audio? Am I good? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I definitely think he left not too long after that. The only reason I'd even give him for staying a little longer is to just gather more resources. But as far as the time in between what we just witnessed and when we see the revolutionaries pop out, we got to understand, like, it definitely takes time to form such an organization, for one. And we know there were freedom fighters before officially dubbed revolutionaries, for two. So there's a significant gap in space between what we just saw in this last chapter and him even popping out as a freedom fighter. Because, again, he still got to gather certain like resources, allies, all that type of shit. We know by the time we see Guinea and Kuma with him, their borderline have grown from what we see them now in God Valley. Like they're, I won't say adults, but they're grown. So there's still a significant amount of time in between that. And I would assume that is Dragon actually taking the time to like go around the world and confirm his like, okay, this isn't just like the Marines just gather on an island and do this every so often. Like this is what I saw on that island was just a flex of what their control in each country around the world. So I gotta, build up this freedom fighter thing or whatever. But I definitely don't think he stuck around to look at his superior that he put a gun to, like, hey, my bad, my bad. Like I definitely think he was out of here.
Look, this is the last thing.
No, you're good. I say positive really quick. Just to pause the conversation real quick. Draco, I see all your comments. I'll read them, but please come to YouTube because it's hard for me to. You're typing a lot of stuff and you're spitting, but come put it on the YouTube chat so I can read it. On YouTube, Strawhat Podcast on YouTube, and I'll be able to read that. Same for the other people that are on Instagram right now.
What's up, Draco? That's from Instagram.
Yeah, I think that's the Draco that was in your stream the other day. I think. But come to YouTube so you can drop your comments so I can read it. Okay, Nika.
I just wanted to say, this is why I stand on what I'm saying, because remember, he's disgusted of his father. He leaves and becomes a freedom fighter. He meets with Vegapunk. Vegapunk is the one that has to remind him there are still good people within the Marines, which means he hasn't had that clarity. For me, that means he hasn't had that clarity with anyone from the Marines to see that they're good people. That includes his father. He hasn't had that conversation yet as a freedom fighter with his father to understand that this is where his father's angle is and what he's trying to do.
That conversation with Vegapunk is when he's a red, though. Just keep going, though.
But that even further proves my point then, if that's the case. I just wanted to let that be known because he doesn't know yet. And I feel like when he has a son and he doesn't know what to do with his child, because we heard Tritoma might have died and whatever the case may be, if that is to be Luffy's mother. Where is he leaving this child? Who is he leaving this child with? He then turns to who he needs the most, who he can trust the most, even though he doesn't. Like he said, he's disgusted. He knows he can still trust his father. He looks at that and he reflects. And my father threw me the key. He knew what's up when I was leaving. You go back as a family man, and you talk. You leave your son, but you're getting that clarity, and then your father's probably telling you what his intentions might really be, and you might not be all the way with him yet, but you're still at the point where it's like, okay, I hear you. And then we get that Water 7 panel years later, right? Garp's like, wait, you didn't meet your father? He said he saw you off at Logtown.
Yeah, so
Wait, what? What did you just say, Garp? Yeah, like, what did you just say,
Hold on,
Garp?
gentlemen, hold on. He didn't say he said.
Yes, he did. I got
heard.
the Japanese translator that translated the
I
actual
said I heard.
Japanese. He did say that.
He
The Viz
did say he
translation
heard.
you are reading is wrong. Even though the Viz and the TCB, when I go and look
All
back,
right,
both
man.
say that. I'm standing on it.
All
I've been
right,
standing on
man.
it for 3 years, and I
All
stand on it.
I do think the
Straight up.
translation
I'm
is
standing on what the nigga said out his mouth,
However,
man. I
however, I
send
think
y'all
Kevin's
the
point is
video
already
link when we
proven.
are done.
What he said, he
God.
gave him this baby. Like, how he give him the baby if he not
Thank
talking
you.
to him?
Either way, you can't. Either way,
Yeah,
my
they're
point
still
is
in contact.
irrefutable. He still has Garp still has the baby. I doubt he sent a crow to Karasu and was like, yo, go to Garp and tell him to go pick up my baby over there. No, it's not like that's not happening. It's not happening. Karasu's not even around yet. He has to talk to Garp himself. That's how that works.
Very true.
How does Garp get Luffy? His father. That's how. That doesn't make sense.
Listen, we definitely not saying Garp and Dragon not having some type of form of a conversation. At the end of the day, that's still a father and a son. I believe every son here can attest to the fact that, yeah, may not speak to pops all the time, but we have our conversations. But what we're saying now is just, we're trying to pinpoint which conversations were had and when. But again, whether he saw him off at Locktown and actually spoke to Dragon about it, spoke to Garp about it, to me, that's really neither here nor there. Because at the end of the day, just like you said, the fact that he went and left his son with his granddad, a deeper conversation happened. Other than oh, hey, Pops, what's up, man? Just passing through. Hey, you heard about this? A deeper conversation happened when he went and left Luffy with him. And I'm more so very interested in that conversation because how do you despise it because he's still with the Marines. So you despise the fact that he's still serving these celestial dragons. But you know for a fact, he under his care is still the safest place. And probably knowing Garp gonna lead him somewhere safe, because that's what Garp did. But it's like, you know what I mean? He trusted that.
A bunch of bandits.
He trusted that to the depth of his soul.
I think that might have been improvised.
He trusted him. He trusted that from the depth of his soul. So like, I tuned Alex out. I didn't hear what he said. Thank God. But I definitely feel that. So.
Okay.
But what their conversations are truly like, though, bro. Like, God, man, Oda going. I can't. I imagine it's going. If anyone has read Bleach, when Ichigo and Uryu finally bumped back into each other, and that back and forth that they was having, that ain't been animated yet. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be as deep or deeper than one of those. Like, it'll be a very uncomfortable conversation between them, but like we gonna love every minute of it and like just hope it don't end type shit. But, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead,
I want to ask a question because I have a point to make, but you guys have to answer this in like 20 seconds though, max. Okay. Why do you guys think he is the world's worst criminal? What do you think he did?
Who's the world's worst criminal? Dragon?
Yeah. I think he literally waged war on the world government, similar most like Yonko do, while also straight up overthrowing world government nations. Not taking unallied nations like in the New World, taking nations they own.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I honestly think that I think Dragon is supposed to be like in a sense like a reference to like the Red Scare and whatnot. Like communism scares a lot of people who go off like that kind of like system that they're on and whatnot. He's pretty much saying that we should all be that's a scary shit when you like off from king level.
Yeah, I agree.
Yonko started taking land in the East Blue.
Hey, you had your 20 seconds. You had your 20 seconds, Alex. That's it, man.
To God.
Yo, Trips is hilarious tonight.
I think Dragon being the world's worst criminal is all government propaganda, honestly. Are any of you guys like veterans or been in the, served?
No.
Any of you guys? Okay, so I've never served, but I work for the VA, so I'm kind of okay. So I'm kind of familiar with like the rules and regulations. Towards the end of God Valley, Dragon had a gun to one of his platoon or whatever, one of the Marines head. You know, a superior at that. When you commit such a crime like that in a military faction, it's clipped for you. It's clipped. You're in prison for the rest of your life, or you're dead.
Yeah, you get court-martialed. I was saying
Garp saved his son. Garp saved his son. Like that conversation that they had while he was, locked up for that little brief moment, I really feel like that was all for show. Like Garp knew, I got to get my son out of here, because if I don't get him out of here, it's over with for him. So I really feel like that was for show. I really do feel like him and his father have been in contact throughout all this time. When he gave him that key, he was gone. Like he did not get. Garp is his intel. Garp is his intel. If you really want to think about it, like I really think that Garp is Dragon's intel, and they speak here and there when it comes to certain situations with the government and whatever the case may be with the revolutionaries, what they do and stuff like that. But I really think that the reason why Oda doesn't show Garp and Dragon communicate is because he's gonna show that later on. You know what I mean? Like it's not
they get their character arcs.
Yeah.
I truly don't think that was the case before Vegapunk told him there was good people in the Marines, and like he had Luffy and he had to go back and have them talks. Like I think like when he left, he was just like, nah, I can't mess with nobody as a Marine from now.
Oh, so you agree with me?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kel. I think it was after the talk with Vegapunk and like having Luffy. It was really having Luffy where he's like, one, I need to hide my kid because I'm starting to gain infamy, and like two, like if Vegapunk said there's some good people, let me talk to my dad, because like last I checked, my dad was still a good person. Now, like after all this shit went down, I don't know. Maybe it was all lies. Maybe he was just pretending to get me in on their side. Like he always seemed like a good person. He always seemed like he was on the up and up. And he gave him the son, and like I mean, that's what it is.
All right, Alex. They said 20 seconds, not 120. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and give my take on it. Personally, I feel like for one, why he's the worst criminal. I'll put it to you like this: Luffy only opposed the world government on their island, like just outright burnt the flag. And I believe other people probably have their one-off 2 instances. Dragon doing that shit on every soil he step on. He pressing them niggas. Every soil he step on, he pressing the world government. He is actively trying to take out the celestial dragons, not even like kings. He going after the he borderline is, I want to say, second coming of rocks. On all the taboo shit that is like you're not supposed to be doing in this era. You know what I mean? Like. He's just not a pirate. On top of being an active, open organization that simply created to directly oppose the world powers that be. I think that is why he is considered the world's worst criminal. And then you can add in the fact he's a former Marine, so there's certain type of intel he got, you know what I'm saying? And then like, bro, Marie Joie is still suffering from Sabo pulling up their trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, I like, bro, he got that shit, bro. Like, you don't even gotta, if you really needed to question it any further after this, then I want to say you're either in denial or you just don't like the man for whatever reason.
On to that Rock's point, you know how Rock's robbed the world government when he pulled up to that church or fake church or whatever, fake religious establishment, and robbed them? I wouldn't be surprised if Dragon's done something like that, where he might have been the only other person to like straight up rob the world government.
Hell yeah, yes. What? That's why Sabo and them was sent to Dressrosa in the first place. They knew it was a sham. Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's my take on why he's just considered the world's worst criminal. He's stepping on them at every turn and chance he get. Like Luffy and them pirates, bro. Like, so if they can get out the situation, they gonna get out. Like Dragon and them trying to end that shit then and there whenever it pop off. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just dangerous work. You don't know, I got time to be dealing with that. And just to go into again, I don't know, for anyone who thinks he's still suited up after this God Valley incident, I need you to put yourselves in his shoes and tell me you still going to that locker room and suiting up. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. I do not think he suited up as a Marine as soon as he got out that jail cell. I mean, how the fuck do you? Yeah, I escaped, y'all. Well, let me back into the platoon. I broke out of jail after putting a gun to our superior's head. Like, makes sense of it. Makes sense.
There's rehabilitation. Normally you get like discharged if you didn't just get imprisoned, but like there is rehabilitation for it. But like it just makes more sense with the timeline. But I don't like with this chapter. I am with Trip. I do think he's just out of there.
I think it could be crazy, but this could be very crazy. So don't stone me. Okay, I'm just talking.
No, it makes sense, Ree. Makes sense.
Wait, I don't even say it yet.
He's gonna make me go off every time he says some shit like that. It's gonna be tricky. It's cool.
Like regardless, like if he says something that goes with his like previous point, it makes sense for the timeline. Because otherwise, like Sakazuki and like Dragon's relationship don't really make sense.
Okay.
If my theory hit, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's if.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna say the way that you keep Garp, or the way that you can keep Dragon there, is by starting Sword and convincing him to be in the faction, to change the world from within, and that Garp is trying to do something different. So you start Sword and say, yo, I want you to head this up because I need someone like you at the helm, because you have the right vision for what's right in the Marines, and I can't do it myself, so you could be the guy that can head this up. Because we know that there's some kind of connection with Dragon and Sword. We could see it on his sails. So there's some kind of connection there. This could be the moment where we start it, you're going to head it up, and you're going to be the face of it. This is how I keep you inside of the Marines. But he sees something while he's on his Sword journey. He's like, no, I literally can't be a part of this at all. I have to go. And that could have been that timeline thing I was talking about. So when he left Sword and said, no, I'm going to be a rep. Like, I just can't do this.
Challenge.
Rocky territory, man. It's Rocky territory, man. I'm going to hold you. Because as a monkey D, I don't see him being the kind of guy that needed a second showing to prove his point as to why he ain't fucking with y'all. I think all he needed was God Valley. Like I'm only using Luffy as an example. Luffy don't need to see that shit twice. He don't need to see that shit twice. And I don't think Dragon is someone who needed to see that shit twice. But go ahead. I think Nico was trying to say something. My fault, Nico. Go ahead.
I just want to, because this was my, the whole Sword thing with Dragon was my agenda. And I'm not going to lie, this chapter really did put a stick in the mud for certain things. I do think the Sword agenda is tied in with the revolutionaries, but through other means. And that's going to be through, hopefully, just thinking about it. I was thinking about this like yesterday. Maybe with Kuzan, maybe with Drake, because Drake is in his other epithet. Drake's other epithet is known as he's Red Flag. Red Flag is a symbol and a sign for revolution. That's literally the whole thing with the red flag. That's why Dragon's whole revolutionary army is on a red flag, just for symbolism purposes, if anyone didn't know that. Now, I still think everything comes after that conversation with Luffy being involved and everything like that. And the only reason why is because Garp comes back with Luffy and he has a plan. He's literally dropping Luffy off and he's saying, I'm going to make you the strongest Navy man. The original idea of this was never in existence when Dragon was around. You want to know why? Because Garp had no idea that this was going on yet. He became knowledgeable of it at God Valley. With him becoming knowledgeable of it, his son was there too and also became knowledgeable of it. And his son had a whole different script going and was not going for it at all. Now, here's the thing. The Monkey D lineage, they are not men of many words. They don't operate like that. Luffy will fall asleep during your conversation. As you can see from Garp, he says what's on his mind. Sometimes he says one thing and it set a conversation ablaze. With Dragon, you barely get any words from him, period. It's even known within the Revolutionary Army that some of them don't even get to see Dragon. They're surprised to see when they do see Dragon. They're surprised to see that their leader is actually a flesh and blood human. They think he's some monster like Kaido or something like that. So for me, I think when we see Dragon and Garp having that type of dialogue, it's because they're not men of many words. So yeah, Garp doesn't have a whole lot to say when Dragon is like, "Yo, I'm not with this," and he's like, "I know. I didn't raise you to be no man like that." And then he says, "Yo, I'm disgusted of you. I know, because you didn't think I was a part of anything like this, and I just found out about it. You just found out that people of my rank are going to these islands and manning shit for these people. So you think I know and been a part of it." Dragon doesn't know that Garp does not, that he just figured that out. They don't get to have a conversation. That is hot blood emotions that are running through Dragon. So he's up and he is out. He comes back in later when he has to, the whole thing with his son. I really do think the son is the connecting point. Children are going to make you come back and say, I've had family members myself that I was like, I'm not talking to this person, but because of the sake of my child or their child, and I know this shit ain't got nothing to really do with them, I might come and I'll be like, all right, I might lend a hand here. And that's where I feel like it's coming in for Garp and Dragon. When he does that, Garp gives him the true spill, and Luffy, he's telling him, I'm gonna make him Luffy the strong. I'm gonna make him the strong. If you're leaving him with me, I'm gonna make him the strongest Navy man. And then Luffy says what he says, and then Dragon is like, "Oh shit! I thought you was gonna be a Navy man. You gonna be a pirate?" I love that answer. Do it. Go do your thing. Set sails, kiddo. Like that's. I really think that's how that's being all tied together.
I disagree with that. I think Garp really wants to be Navy man still. Because
Hey, time out. Because you already know I can't let Alex get this shit off. You gotta let Zog go ahead. Zog been in and out of here, raising his finger for some to get his speak off.
I did first.
Like,
go Zog.
Let Zog get his slander off, man. Let Zog get his slander off.
First. Zog, what happened? Go ahead,
all I was gonna say was, I think Dragon. This is the most emotion I've seen from Dragon. I give him a lot of respect. Like, talking to your father like that. But I also think that Garp really looked out for him even when he was starting the Reds. And like, he didn't see it like that because he's probably still mad at his father and being like, yo, but remember, Garp said, I want to take care of the people at the bottom. When you leave the Marines, you was pretty much at the bottom because the Reds were suffering at a point, and Garp was still looking out for him. I think once Dragon kind of got his other stuff going on, Garp was like, all right, I'm gonna back out. You got your shit. But Garp always looked out for him. I think that's kind of Garp's penance for like making up to his son, seeing like, yo, all right, I get why you don't like me. You know what I'm gonna do for you? I'm gonna let you start up your little shit. I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna guard you from some stuff from the Marines.
You mean like from a distance?
Yes, from a distance.
I agree. I agree there. Garp's doing stuff in the background that Dragon doesn't know about.
And I think
I agree.
And I think like he kind of got. Remember when Suzuki got Akinu got questioned about Blackbeard and they're like, "Yo, he left, and why you not worried about him?" I think they questioned Garp like that. Yeah, they actually they have about Kuzan. They're like, "Yo, why you not worried about it?" They probably questioned Garp. They're like, "Your son left. Why you not checking on him?" And Garp was probably like, "Yo, that's my son, but he did his own thing. He left. Don't worry about him." It's that type of protecting you from a distance. That's what it's all parallels.
I can see that.
Yeah, I was gonna say to that was that for like Garp and Dragon, like Kez is right because like Dragon doesn't know this is Garp just finding it out, but like Garp feels guilty still because like Garp is like it's just like what he said on the phone call with like Sengoku when Sengoku's telling him about this rumor. He doesn't respond to the room like yeah, that rumor is true. He says, well, if I'm not dreaming and if I'm like awake right now, it's all true, meaning all the rumors we heard that he is true. Because like I think before, like he had heard rumors like this was happening, but he just turned a blind eye to it because Garp fully believed in the propaganda. This was the proof that the propaganda was all lies. Like this is what he saw at God Valley was all that proof. Like, where it's like, damn,
that's how Whitebeard was. Whitebeard.
So that's why like when like Dragon doesn't know that he just found out, but it's like even if he like they're not gonna have that deep conversation. Like even if that was it. Like Garp's not gonna throw that out as an excuse because it's like I'm still guilty. I mean, like because I had heard rumors that I turned a blind eye. I just always thought we was a good organization. I ain't listening to that. You know what I mean? But I do think he did things like you said throughout the years where it's like if there was missions like the reason the Revs like are so successful and got away so long without being like that huge Yonko level crew is probably because Garp was throwing some missions for him.
What did I say?
Garp was probably calling Kuzan back early, like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, see?
Right now. No, come on back.
Garp, yeah.
They turn an eye to it. Garp's like, nah, I'll go over there and take care of it.
Garp was his inside man.
I don't think he could always take care of it himself because, like, people probably know he's the dad, but like, he's probably doing a lot of stuff where he's like, yo, Kuzan, go check that out, or sending some of his people. Be like, hey, come on back. That's enough.
Right.
You did the mission.
Hey, look, Alex made more sense in my point.
I want to, because I actually do like this inside man agenda. I do.
I've been saying Garp is the inside man for the longest.
You have.
But this is where I gotta do my yin and yang. I gotta do my yin and yang. Because on one hand, you can have Garp presenting with the option of like, y'all be your inside man, blah blah blah. But on the other hand, the conversation can easily go, because we just saw Garp's whole motive. I gotta protect the ones at the bottom of the cliff. But Dragon is on some like, I just want to eliminate the threat. So we ain't got to do all this damn protecting. How does that conversation go between the two of them?
I don't think that conversation really happened. I think it's more so like...
that conversation has to happen. No. Alex, that conversation is inevitable. Because Garp's whole position is there's people at the bottom of it. I have to protect the rank and file. The point is you have to protect. What are you protecting from? You're protecting from a threat. Dragon's whole motive is to eliminate the threat directly. So how do they then decide to go about this? Because at the end of the day, they're still aiming for a quote unquote, on paper, it looks like the same goal, but they're going about it with different equations. They're not even in the same classroom of mathematics trying to solve this shit. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I love the Garp being his intel point. I really do. I just don't want that to be solely the reason why they even had communication, for one. And then for two, I don't see Garp fully accepting Dragon's motives. Like when I say motives, I let me say not motives, but like how he goes about it. I don't think Dragon is fully like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause at the end of the day, there's no revolution without a war. And in a war, there are casualties. You know what I'm saying? So like there's still a level of like destroying some normal civilian status quo that they now have to like fight and muscle through, and like you're just changing the way of life for the little girl that goes to school around the block. And Garp just wants her to just go to school and continue going to school and graduate in this fucked up world. But Dragon wants to like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? He's just on some fuck that shit. Like, we're gonna do this shit right, and you know, she shouldn't have to pay tuition. You know, Garp wants her to go to school and get the grants and loans, and like Dragon is on some, she shouldn't even have to be paying tuition just to learn some shit. Like they're both on two different things. But I'm not knocking that intel take at all. I would more so prefer it if Drake was his direct intel.
Well, I don't think he has like direct intel anymore.
Right.
I think Garp is looking out for him and has always been looking out for him, even before they had the talk of where like he had to give him Luffy, right? I think Garp was always looking out for him simply because that was his kid, and he felt somewhat responsible that he's no longer here in the Marines anyway, right? So that's why I think like he was probably on some, let's sabotage, let's call Kuzan back from that mission early type thing. Let's sabotage a few of these missions to make sure that like my kid and like these freedom fighters / revs can like make it rather than like get taken down. However, like even now, I don't know if he really has like an inside man now. I think it's more so like Dragon just moving with the idea of like, if the Marines come up against me as an enemy, because like they work for the enemy, we still have to take them on as an enemy. We still got to take them down. I don't care who's there, right? For the most part, like and that's really what it is.
That's what the sword faction is for, because he's building the younger generation. If I'm Garp and I'm Dragon and I'm doing this and I'm building this new younger generation, I know there's gonna be a time when the shit gets so corrupt that if the revolution does take place, the Marines are going to have to side with a people. And if I'm Garp, I'm gonna make sure the younger Marines that I have influence on, I'm gonna make sure they're making the right decision. And that's sword. That's why I keep saying sword. It's sword. Is that sword? We already saw Film Red. Kobe sided with pirates within a heartbeat. It was his plan. He's the one that said, yo, let me go meet up with Law, Luffy, and them and do this. Oda's just gonna keep showing us the same thing over and over. Like these are guys that are painted good for the narrative. They're not gonna be bad guys in the long run of things. Sakazuki could keep his extreme outlook, and he could go down with respect. But the Marines that are going to do good, because even the Marines during Vegapunk message, some are like, oh, we got to take down the pirates. And then some are like, no, idiot, we got to take care of the people. They're showing you the differences now. They're putting it in your face. So the time's going to come, and Sword's going to be the one man in those forces that want to do pure good.
I also wanted to mention that speaking on Sakazuki, hey bro, hate that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. But his epithet is Red Dog. I understand red is just a color place, but the dog aspect, right? When you think of a dog, you think of a very loyal creature. You know what I'm saying? Think of a loyal creature to whatever cause it's choosing to be loyal to. So I say that to say there's a lot of people trying to make a connection with Sakazuki and Dragon due to how he spoke on Dragon in Marineford or whatever, and like just how once he found out Luffy was his son, he had to kill him. Like he just had to. But he was also on that same type of time about Ace. And he ain't never met Roger. I'm 100% sure of that. So it's like, I don't think Sakazuki has a true connection with Dragon. I think his true connection is just being the dog for. So, for example, right, Garp is also a dog for his faction, but they're both the same coin, but two separate sides. Whereas Akainu is just going to blindly follow his masters. Whereas Garp is like, you know what I'm saying? You're not finna defeat me, shit.
Order. That's because he know who the order coming from. He knows from Sengoku.
He'll bite the owner's hand.
Like Garp gonna bite the owner's hand. Like you're not finna drag me down this path I'm not trying to walk on. Like it's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna embarrass you in public. Whereas Akainu is the dog that he can't even leave your side. Like goddamn, go bite a fucking squirrel or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. So
for now.
So I just wanted to throw that out there and say that I don't think there's a true connection with Sakazuki and Dragon. I think it's just his blind loyalty to the justice of the Marines. And I can't wait to see where that stems from because what the fuck?
Hold on,
give
wait.
some. My bad. Go ahead.
Hold on, wait one second. I have to read these comments. I'm trying to find a spot to just. I'm sorry to pause the conversation. I gotta read these comments before we continue because there's people commenting and I haven't hit any of them. I'm gonna read them.
Go off.
Y'all can continue. Okay. God, where was it at? All right. ABK is in the building. So shout out to ABK. What's going on, bro? Okay, so he says, I think he stays longer just to gather info. Got it. He's talking about Dragon. Bands in the building. What's going on, Bands? He says Dragon knows all. ABK says they could still be in contact and Dragon still doesn't have to respect him. Okay.
You're not giving him your son if you don't respect him.
That's true. Especially now that we see how he is with kids.
Yeah,
that's pretty much.
Different. You can't say that.
Draco came over. What's going on, Draco? Ben says Luffy and Dragon ain't talk ever yet.
Exactly.
Not one.
But Dragon's spying on him.
Always.
Um,
A doting father.
Sir Draco says he kidnapped one of the top celestial dragons' children and escaped from the government.
I mean, if they report it, like, if Garland report it, then yeah, that does go down like that. Like if Garland goes, where's the other one? And then they are like, what other one? And then they have to put in a report. Oh, yeah, that's the Marine I knew. Like Maffey looks at a picture and says, yeah, some Marine.
Yeah, she got pointed out in the lineup.
Yeah, and not in the lineup. She sees like his picture, like his actual Marine picture that he gets when he.
So he's saying that's why he thinks he's one of the worst. Like he's one of the worst criminals.
Yeah, if he's a worse criminal, then it's because he kidnapped a celestial child and now has a rebellion going against the government. That could definitely classify.
Personally, I think the good thing of it is that I don't think the Celestials care enough to actually look through the Marines to figure out which Marine did it.
If Garling cares, then
let's not forget,
Garling won't know. Like Garling will have to ask certain people. And then Mafi would have to do it, or whoever Garling asked at first that we saw Dragon beat up anyway.
No, but that makes sense though, Alex.
Let's not forget though.
You're really tying in more of a narrative for Dragon versus Garling. Like you really are, because now with Garling knowing that Dragon is the one that kidnapped his kid, when the time comes, Garling wants to see Dragon, and Dragon pulls up to the Holy Land. Like you're actually setting that up if that is the case. That's why I said Draco. You made a good point. Because
let's not forget though.
Think about it.
What's up, Trip?
Oh, I just didn't want to cut Nico off. I just wanted to throw out there that bro actually caught a celestial body out there in God Valley. Let's not forget that. He caught a few celestial bodies out there.
Factually.
Were you done, Nico? Or are you
blank?
Okay. Ban says Garp and Dragon haven't talked since last time they talked at the jail cell. I disagree.
Totally disagree.
Totally disagree with that.
Well, they have to talk because how do you get Luffy?
You can mail it to him. He can mail him again.
There's the panel exists, and it's not a mistranslation. He's not talking about Smoker. The Japanese has been broken down by the Japanese translator, who has not been missing when it comes to translational nuances in this story. It reads. He said Luffy, you didn't see your father? He said he saw you off at Logtown. That is no Smoker in there. That is I saw my son, who I just contextually told you that you saw your father. And come on, guys. Come on.
What's up?
No, I just wanted to go.
I'm gonna go screen record that. I'm sorry, Zah. I'm going to go screen record that part of the dang breakdown of the video of the Japanese translator, and I will send it all to you individually because this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie.
I
love y'all.
Nika, I know what you're talking about. Nika, I know what you're talking about.
It's been out for 3 years. It's great.
Nah, I was gonna go to Tripp's point where he was like, he think Akainu is like this loyal dog, but I'm like, we've seen Akainu go up to the 5 Gorosei and be like, yo, I don't like what y'all doing. Like, we don't do this. Sengoku now would have been like, I turn a blind eye. You're not doing that.
Listen, I'm not. I can't even let that. I can't even joke with that because for a fact he only did that because they made him look like a fool. They didn't make him look like a fool. He did not been upset.
But I'm saying
that's why he was
they made bro look like a fool.
They never had to play
on Sengoku. Bro look like an idiot.
Because Sengoku's
they made bro look like an idiot.
They never had to make Sengoku the Buddha. Sengoku a genius as far as everyone concerned.
No, because Sengoku's actually a loyal dog. Like Sengoku's a loyal.
He was being a loyal dog, and they still played on his name. And they was like, your name not even reputable. You shouldn't even be worried about that. They was mad that he was mad about it.
Allows them to do that, and then
they was like, why you mad? Your name already in the trash. You ain't even get Kusan, bro.
I'm just saying.
All right, put this. Like, of course, you can pick out a few Marines that's loyal dogs. I'm just saying in this case, in this scenario, that
I know you're saying Trips. I'm just saying like
exactly. You know what I mean? Like they all loyal dogs. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, Akainu would not have done what Garp did at God Valley. Absolutely not.
No,
he wouldn't have done what Dragon did in God Valley. Absolutely not. We saw what we saw what he would have done at God Valley at Ohara. We saw the type of nigga he is.
Yeah.
Fair.
We
But I'm
saw
saying
what type of nigga
he
he
don't
is.
even like celestial dragons like that either. Because when he's like trying to take out Kuma, he's like, "Yo, what the fuck are y'all doing here? Like, y'all interrupting my shit. Get the fuck back there."
I
Because
was
they
gonna
asking
say,
him
if you
about.
did want to slander Sengoku, talk about what Sengoku would have done on God Valley. If you wanted to slander him, that's what you really want to do.
Wait, hold on. Look, I'm gonna say this last point, and I'm gonna give it
Sengoku ain't no ain't no
Hold up real
loyal
quick. Hold up
fool.
real quick.
Cause
Hold
he
up. I
ain't
just want to
even
say this
go
last
put
piece,
himself in
and
that
then let Bree
position.
go.
Well, Sengoku wasn't going
Well,
to because he knew probably what was going on.
Guys, reel it in real quick. One, remember, Sengoku and Garp, they did try. They wanted Kuzan to be the guy to take over, but it didn't work out. Don't forget the Kuzan piece. Now, we get the points that we were all making. Reed, go ahead and say what you wanted to say real quick, because you was trying to get
I need to finish reading these comments.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. My bad.
Okay. Where was I at? Draco says it could also just be government agenda as well. They are known for lying about all type of ish.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
Fair.
That's
If an
lies. Why he
officer
lying on the government?
if an officer leaves the Marines and they work with Sword, I'm sure Garp told them to join the Revs.
Like if all else fails, Sai was with the Revs. I get what you're trying to say. If you didn't like that,
I can see that.
I don't know if that's really being an option, but go ahead.
I can see that. Okay.
Alex is
Garp created Sword because of God Valley and because of Dragon leaving.
I don't know about Garp doing it. I think Sengoku.
I think they all did it, man. Garp, Suru, and Sengoku formed it together. That's why they're the three Marines that Oda has put a light on for that generation. Simple.
I'm personally going to still stay with my theory. I mean, we'll see. But I think he starts it to keep him in, and Dragon uses that to get more intel. But, we'll see.
You know how we compare? Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No, if it's real quick, you're good.
No, I'll say.
It
You know
ain't
how
gonna
we
be
compare
real quick.
Sengoku?
You know how this goes.
I just gonna be quick. You know how we compare Sengoku to God? We should compare him to Punch's father because he got Sura who washes his hand clean, just like in the Bible. That motherfucker washes his hand clean of all the Marine drama. That's all I had to say. Walking on that note.
You hating on the Buddha.
Draco, he says, also, Garb makes Sword out of regret for not being able to help his son. Kind of similar to Harold's regret in regards to Rocks. Okay.
Yeah, that's stated in the Viva card for Garp. After the events of Marineford, Garp feels even more inspired to change the younger generation because he didn't like what happened with Ace. So that's confirmed already. Facts.
That's what I feel like. That's why. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go.
These theories is going out of control tonight, boy.
Benz said can't be out of regret because we see with Luffy.
Bro missing words in this sense. He missing some words in that sense.
I'm reading this also 20 minutes late, so I don't know exactly what the context is. But
is this Garp can't be out regret? I don't get it.
He said this 20 minutes ago, so I'm not sure.
All right, let's keep going. I'm sorry.
Draco said he felt regret.
Comment again, man. Comment again. Give us clarity.
Yeah, you can comment it again, man. Draco, he felt regret again. He couldn't convince Ace and Luffy to stay on the straight and narrow path when Ace died.
Oh, is he clarifying?
Well, this is a comment right after, so they're probably talking about the same thing.
They're probably talking amongst themselves while you bullshitting.
Oh, could be. He has a very sad role in the story since he's joined the military and feels obligated in protecting everyone else while slowly sacrificing themselves. Interesting.
That's internal. It could be
Or,
some of that guilt.
He says F Kobe. That's
I know that's right.
Draco, we can't do that.
I know that's
like
right.
Kobe around here, bro.
I don't know who you is, Draco. Shout out you, man.
Nah, he was adding the extra. That was the extra F for himself from before. See, he wasn't trying to say F Kobe.
Okay, cool.
Man, that was part of the squad, man.
I was about to hit
Stop,
you
bro.
again, Draco. What we doing? Thought we was gang. Having.
Man, I thought he
Ben
was saying, hey, if he ain't
says
gonna say it, I will. Fuck Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'll say it.
Red Port proves Garp and Dragon don't talk to each other.
We're not hearing slander for the honest.
Yeah.
Hero.
Wait, I don't get that
Red
one,
Port?
Village. You're gonna have to elaborate in the Discord probably or something. I don't get that Red Port. What you mean by Red Port?
You mean Rocky Port? What is Red Port?
Red Port is Marie Joie. VV ship for Alabasta is still docked at the Red Port. They can't leave because they don't have Cobra died and VV's gone, so they haven't left the Red Port. They haven't gone back to Alabasta. So that's why do you mean Red Port? Because I don't. What does Dragon and Garp have to do with Red Port? I lost it. That got me lost. I don't know if you meant to use Red Port though.
Young Fuji, Garp started Sword and asked Bogard to feed information to Dragon off screen.
That could be very fair.
Yeah,
I could believe.
Hey, shout out you trying to involve Bogard, man. Shout out, bro, trying to involve Bogard out there. That's crazy.
Shout out to
Why we got
Fuji,
both fraud
shout out to
agendas, man? We
Fuji.
gotta get rid of that.
Shout out to Fuji. Always
And
shout
Sir
out.
Kobe says, nah, F Kobe for real.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
you-
agree. I
you
agree.
so? I thought we
That's
was
what I'm
getting.
talking about.
I've
was-
never
what I'm
liked
talking
that
about.
pink hair dude. I've never liked that
Hey.
pink
why
hair
we don't
dude.
have Kobe?
You on the dark? You on the dark side? I understand.
We're not hearing hate for the honest hero, man.
The Honest Hero's crazy.
Even
All
his,
right.
even his punch is stupid, bro.
Real quick, because we
Bro, you know people think he could beat Sanji now, bro? That shit is insane.
Okay, that is insane.
That is insane.
Not
Hey.
hearing Hero.
Hey, that's the pink hero, man.
Real quick, we have 10 minutes left. I want to say this before we give the last thoughts. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, like the video, and keep commenting. I appreciate it. But really like the video. More than anything, make sure you hit the like button. If you have not already, there are more people in here watching than we have likes. So one of you guys did not hit the like button. So go ahead and do it now. I'd appreciate it. And then we can continue. Everyone, please, you have 10 minutes, which you can divide up these into 1 minute for your final thoughts. You can't go over a minute. Please, Alex.
Don't go over a minute, man.
All right.
I got a timer. I'm about to start, bro.
All right. Hold on.
Harold
is a great man.
Watch me do the one violence.
W Queen S Street. Harold's a great man. He's just a conflicted hero. Like Harold already devoted his life to this. All right. This was his mission of trying to gain peace once he met Ida and realized that there's more to giants than just being like big and strong. Right now, he's over here being a hypocrite, willing to beat this guy to death because like this guy is now doing things he would have done and like forced like the giant royalty to do with him in the past. Simply because like this goes against what he now wants to do. It's something he's devoted himself. He fought rocks because he was so willing to like not give up this goal of trying to obtain this level of peace for the giants. You know what I mean? So like, you know what I mean? With that, I just like Harold. He over here pulling out his horns in front of him. I feel like he probably already shaved his head in front of him when he met Garp and everything. I feel like that's probably where he met Garp, shaving his head in front of like the world dragons and everything. But, like, you know, all right, that's it. That's it.
All right,
bro. That's crazy. That alarm went off.
Yup.
This nigga was serious.
I'm not playing, bro. I gotta set alarms. Golly. Fully, man, please, bro. 60 seconds. You're muted. I already started the time too.
You're wasting time, fool.
Damn, bro, lost 10 seconds.
Yeah, I had to fill my 60 seconds. I had to make sure.
Can't wait for the next chapter. Can't wait to see what happens next. I think we're gonna be in the. I think we might be in the flashback for maybe 2 more chapters or so. I'm hoping there's maybe 1 more. I've got strong feelings that what is it? The person that Loki was talking to definitely is giving me vibes that it is Ida and whatnot. So I'm very intrigued to see like how that all plays out and everything like that. Because there's still things we need to come back around to and whatnot. So I'm very interested to see when we get back into like our time and like what's gonna happen next. That's it. Hi.
Perfect. All right. Zah, thoughts, bro?
I'm just ready to get back to the main story. Can we kill some giants, kidnap some kids? And I need to see how Harold got taken out. But besides that, I just want to let y'all know PG and Pod is having 100 episodes. So join us on this Sunday. I wanted to say that before, but like, 100 episodes. join us this
Awesome.
Sunday, 11 p.m.
Congrats.
Eastern.
That's what's
11
up,
a.m.
man.
Liddy.
I'll be there. You already know
I
that.
will.
Yeah.
All right. Trip, bro. Final thoughts, man.
Oh man, you know, other than the fact that Rayleigh top 5, head 4 or 5, I could say that for all 60 seconds. You know me. You know what I mean? Other than that, yo, Oda's in his bag. I'll take the rest of this 2 weeks at a time if he's gonna give us this level of content and this potent of content. You know what I mean? Like he's doing his thing. I'm ready for it to get tragic just with the Harold's death scene. With Fully, I agree. We're probably gonna get at max 4 more chapters because I think this flashback alone is pushing 2 volumes. So yeah, love it. Chapter was great. God Valley flashback was great. Rayleigh top 5 and 4 or 5. Shaki top 1, and she's 1. Yeah.
All right.
That's
Go.
one.
Slev, man, what you got? Your thoughts? I know you got a lot.
Real quick, I'll be quick. Only got a minute anyway. But flashback was full of tragedies and like surprises and like flips. So it's just like, damn, I'm ready to get back to my captain. Like I miss my Straw Hats. So I'm ready to get back to them. I'm ready to see what they're gonna do. But you know, regarding Harold, I'm just frustrated with him and for him, and I know it's not going to end well for him, obviously. So it's just like, all right, how do we get to where we got to, where he's, and how do we get to the end game? Like, what's going on? You know, you decided you wanted to become a slave for your people to, so it's just like, all right, what are you going to do? How are you going to do that? But, Garp, Dragon, I'm gonna stand 10 toes with it. I really feel like they were in communication with each other, low key, high key. And Garp kind of helped his son and grandkid, so we'll see if that plays out a little bit more. We'll see.
All right. I could dig it. Nika, bro, thoughts, man?
I'm gonna use my time for something else, but I'm gonna say it was a great chapter, 8.5, dope. Y'all heard most of my thoughts throughout the segment, but want to bring light to something else real quick. Got a few seconds, so I want to say rest in peace to Ashley, Squid Kid, the cosplayer who committed suicide and took her life over the course of the weekend and the last week. What happened? I think that was annoying and very something that bothers my soul. I don't think no one should be in anybody's comments being racist, slandering somebody for doing cosplay because their skin color don't match the character. It just shows how oblivious and ridiculous and retarded we can be as a humankind and species, and it's really intolerable. It really pisses me off. It's just like the live action. Oda Hand picks the actress for Vivi, and people decide to slander and set her comments ablaze and all types of other stuff. I think that stuff is wild. We got to come together, be better as a community, and we gotta. If we need to start gatekeeping this shit, we need to start gatekeeping this shit. If people talking crazy in comments, we might need to start firing back and jumping people in comment sections because this is ridiculous, and I don't understand why it hasn't been, dealt with yet. And people are people. It is what it is. Shout out to Tony Weaver and Israel, every other content creator that's addressed this. And on behalf of the Straw Hat Podcast, I think this is, it's shout out to the family. All prayers to them. I hope they're doing okay. Yeah.
For sure. All right. I agree. Same sentiment, man.
Shout out to that, Nika. Shout out.
Yep. I totally agree. Other than that, good stream, everybody. Nika, I'm hitting you in Discord as soon as we get off.
I'm gonna be in there, believe that. I'm gonna be in there. Perfect. I ain't worry about that.
Good stream. I'm gonna catch you guys next week. Another chapter. And yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Oh, but just gotta show the shirt again, man. We got
make sure you send me one, man. Black.
I'm an extra small.
Those the Shamrock colors. I need that.
But he's not ashamed.
But he's not ashamed.
He's not ashamed.
Yo, Sled, you gonna see, man. You gonna see. You gonna
These
see.
shirt sizes, man, so we can get that rolling.
Bro, Shamrock
Only
a Zoro
solid
victim.
ones
Why
Zoro
we
tag in.
doing
But word.
We know Shamrock a Zoro victim. Why y'all doing this,
Yeah,
man?
that's a fact.
Like, it's
I'm not
cool.
against that. I'm not against that. But he's gonna be a good villain. I promise you that. He's gonna be a good villain. Red hair energy all day. Grayscale. Remember that.
All right. Peace. Catch y'all next week, man. Appreciate it.
Bye.